And the year the Lord has indeed made in TMSAFI and your man so ebe kama pa nyameti asibibian so bekoye na ma afiem se wakoma swade ne mpaboa wabo emse 31st night mo amokoye na mu dwampem de mabusade no makoma swade eto okese ne no nyina nim safi enso enkwanere de nem se mo honhom popoye na afi ne o manyina no enso akoso sere musi pen nyina no so e de amama fai ana no ndwaba bounce ma no Bako ya bana fei ya nsem ne nyina no so ababa down this aye dwumadi a ya fa no Wontumi sports buffet we no aye the first edition of the year 2026 our brano peno yare nsamba donko ene ekire ene yebe sorry enkonya so na yamakwan ama dwumadi aka ne nyina no enso abaso yebekwa ma no ne ena no pai your latest our man from so ya de no enso ba Manchester coaching job on sensam afa Chelsea e no ene said the Premier League gomo title race no enso akwa ne nyina na yebe na afa ye dun komane ya hu said no ebesi akwa biem no enso aye FC Barcelona ebe fly afa Real Madrid num amoba cross Saudi Arabia beba oni Atletico Madrid omo kwakobo Spanish Super Copa de España nyina no yaro update no mo abema ye tif anano pay e wo show no so ana AFCON 2025 ready no eno some agusu across Morocco latest abebe sansanwa Morocco men advance the call aye the quarter finals and for me I France Cameroon indomitable Lions enra enso again qualification they call at the quarter finals Seberum ewo fi enra Ghana Premier League matches aro eba so Asantoro kokwawe enso akofa defeat biem Hanso folk enso a game eba so Chesano has a game eba so against Ayamediema omo anka so mo former player esa emse anyadia gu omadwanum na Chesamanu man so aye shepane nyina no ye update about bibiani Costa se kwawe ekonya win our wonders amonte so nsam no mo na beba na fara resource on eba wa Ghana ewo fieluzu 1-0 enso de ma vision nyina no yare fallout ane de wo mu no enso abema na no play live on Facebook aye Wontumi TV live and no pay your virgin page no Wontumi TV live obo Wontumi TV area now the LIV and aye block letters and as the attack can say in caps or the best also enso ade aba oba share predator bia oba so share ya can messages nyina no enso adama amanyo man so I fine enso adama na for YouTube no and so aye Wontumi TV live na no pay no your life honso no obetumi ado messages agwo na fe ya kenken no and so ade ma kabo say bibia ye okay die nyame adom fancy bibia boko twede ampo nyankopɔ adama bibia dedam nyame sa de a chen biem afe no asa akɔ abetu biem na ye wonkwade ye beka sa sedanka ne dinti fancy bibia boko bibia ye fine fa bibia ye nice that's right. I hear very necessary. Those are Morin spokesperson be razi. What's it? Was who Mojano Kwama no Koti. My fire. I don't make us on where they mepamono. Hey, Mr. Question, now my Ukado match. Now what's Nama? Chelsea cry ama Maresca Nancy or Jumano Wontumi Oko. Now to Ama Morimu, yes, I make Casano Pede on Mejano. Oh, yeah. Good news the mama you wife you funu anasem bia wotiemi na ene emfie no eni dumienu elko 12 years so elko no so ana afro betimi anomadura bi below 12 years no akra ne ntimi mfa bi ntia no ahya no so ede amame ha pasco ba capsule so wadwaman so Ghana ha ba bia bede bia to betimi afre number 0559453579 nafe wadi nkomo power specialist herbal hospital ya mame doctor koso adua ya nie hepatitis ade fatty liver ana afi kidney stones and I feel beer make us say one so stomach ulcer how I me doctor kosu adua ya esa brain and feel on so ya dey and so mfama na osa say yenka emo bia nti say sign won no be bro no na adua heba malamis nutriti malaria fever cough when so cough care heba mr no bowa wodro enie and afa adua heba tonic no so no wonu man to ntimi ne dia wodro enie onya bia betimi aboadro wadwoman so ubenya bia to akra
and I feel I are so bet me a koa and no air Kwabena ACP Road our Power Hospital bus stop and I feel Kumasi Fayasabo Sumchu Road our dear Johnson more Takrade or record our Naji Estate 0244 544 422 not only a mama doctor cause you dear Edin Como high sense for Daruma Bronye Yogusum Aya Jimani Nyamaya Muto Esembia AC na ope fridge and answer smart TV Nina Yatato a one from Bronyo don't come in your gusua. Yeah, boy, you started on the 18th of December. Yeah, they copy on the 8th of January. January, so when you method, yes, Bora, yan showroom now for Beto and Yama, El High Sense 0302 550 000. Yani or 5-year manufacturer the fat warranty. A die item beer Betosun Tisano so more cra and I feel Kumase and then more Tachima, Nana for Kofredi and Inano, Monsa Ebeka, Yan Jubed and Yama. Be away in showroom by Bia Wobiano, Obetime run after watching you maybe. Now, some vital mission capsules are gaining you a severe body pains and waist pains. What drum a cement for Draby, Obepebina for one of sciatica, and I said the also way a Bema won't be more than 2 minutes enough. We are now best in a what no, and I may bound the row a cement vital mission and capsules are going and I don't wanna, and some like our friend a Dre, our German so Ghana for never. Piano, Ubenya Biato 0240616061 Utobia, no after Dr. Betro Kwebe Fasua, Ubenuma Dre Alaska Daruma, Banuwa Pepsi, Sublime Curtains, and Assembia, Opera 3D, 5D animation, Wapepsi, no, and American ones, and the woman said, open name. PVC floor tiles and Assembia artificial grass no you will be ton away aswe mo pedo do 2 and so ton you Kumasi dum ye be boss of and building no across circle tip toll and inside ship house wa baby chairman K20 omo edu omo juma 0554 114878 na fe wedding komatabia ba company industries no wonum adaroma tabia ba capsules e we German so sisi ya wadro ni we ma team ode pebi na nom tabia Mr. Cure malaria and I feel joint this will be a menstrual pain what drew in you and I feel yaka and the tabia takum emo do where Bama we or Bana for function ye I want pay more 10 or former what drew in your diabetes me about tabia zanekano and we are skin rashes a bayinina and the for tabian ray baby at what drove the abebi at 0243 686861 now for what you come here remo our currency ventures was said draw here a draw in a may bond with the Rama said no yare and what to be your bowie Bema genital rashes and komoi and rashes egugu so Bema is why tantan sabi eguswa de pedre bi na fe nom ebe shini na so ediamana fe ebe saboa ama waten kasem akosro eye wampem zaraman capsules eye Bema dro Bema em sa de boni ana besene wadro eye man capsules ye no betimi aboa ama nuama kama hindi how bomb Mr. Ni treat malaria fever and after diabetes and blood pressure no and we man so betimi asesa a day amount 0246348334 now what in come ABA haba and the clinic woman daroma doctor semen kanto say e ba na ni se ne eternal so ani so glaucoma unse de one day and aphobia menstrual problem say how may hypertension and aphobia stroke adenoto form obi o problem e wo prostate mu and asembia o kidney wo problem ni nyina no ABA haba clinic and adwo ni cha doctor and some form ashawa ma ho anso etimi atọ doctor edini djuma Kumase kwada so djuna se main market na doctor ebo djuma domain kronso no doctor Ebenezer preschool wa 0541565199 afi wedding koma router enro no wa djuma so eye router mixture router life and afi router tonic and American one some router life no the boane say improve and the blood circulation eboa emomoja dia fusan ye oni peduanum ye ka router mixture no so cure malaria ama afi router tonic no so boa treat typhoid fever and radio our German so bo in a 3-1 no na nyoma ye kama ediama FDA4 woman jedreatum 0244 485632 now what in come Lawson Beverages Limited omo German so radio de bia ye kan Lawson delay man beaters anom and a boy, I'm a bema delay, I pem, and we are premature ejaculation, a baby, and if for low sperm count, and I feel don't say, what don't so what problem, as I will tell you, I will bema nini and what drone ye, Gileman capsules, no so Emma, and Yama Koye, I would depend on Sambia, would tell me Yaman Saran Koye and Famao, Tipaye Pin in Yaman, someone Koye May, Munaman Sayana Pains, and Panina, and Winya Biba, a baby, Eddie for 0248619999 for the Lawson, and Dinkoma, Taba supplement to a German so and no a cantanka heba pharmaceuticals woman daruma woman saying country is a dre supporting immune system or sign a bois general well-being and my only pedre SCP tentian washan so at a medroy a boapa or your bawa fefunu and answer oh my codano for credit if you do me no qua on to me and no baby at one draw I want my fanabe be abena be and some let me atomic dimafo a doctor time that's what Dr. Daruma a stroke and Asembia, Brunya, Warrior, Kukoi Binia, dear. I'm an pedre problem, but doctor said, bro, more draw, and I feel we are Bama, I am Rempem, who prostate and a problem. Ninano, I am a Gima for me, Gima for Doctor Time, that's so, and a Bona for Demra, Atoyadiano, so, and Jama Doctor, Buakwaku School Junction, and I feel so I crap, Pokia Samayera, 0244 774 Now for the doctor, a Dinkoma, Diano, a natural company limited, Roman Daruma, a Proslav capsule, so a German so, what don't so what yaw, our Bemem, what don't swim pie, and a new what drew a Proslav, and no what Truman capsules, no a recorrection, premature ejaculation, and also back call Anafe Congo ointment, one of my new Sabia, and also a goo, Nina and what drew no a Congo, and no another one natural inventors 0249017101 0249 017101 na fe on natural and penny for edin common na fe no come 3p garlic mixture e wa adwaman so 3p say na men kan just dre garlic man won ani atwe ya strate an wade no e garlic no mu ensuo ni ja enso nka dre ntia no asa no so e de amame obi o ye kase obesa no so te obi a what pains e woni ni pedua mu obi a ni sugar level doctor say osro ni nyina no blood and high blood pressure what draw e 3p stroke at obi a mumani bi na afi onom ni nyina no ebeyi efredro wa adwaman so Ghana ba bia no obenya bi atoni tini ye kokko garlic da ho ana ne bottle ne glass intime ye ntwa wa be 0248928824 na wabonkomo na ne 3p garlic mixture empanifo abonkomo fancy di Maria
wo ye ba be kwamo no ne anu no nemom ye before say ye be ko aye foreign no ye na aye bet to enso ase my catch us bet to say still now the bet to rolls and so ye adwuma kwso ne twa say wo twa casino na say bia wo twa wo de enso e won ye kan say sports o bet matches out do ne nyina no wo betumi abet e wo so na aboa ma o sika sam no enso aye kama wo twa ne nyina no points a wo nya no wotumi convert into cash sika de will be our ordinary seeker a bet to enquete and I'm sa kwenya www.betway.com.gh na fe where your registration now about Bonioman Shemna was why enjoy come a bet to a Daramano Peno regulated by the Gaming Commission of Ghana and something in ano yade Bafeme Council Jackson about Center na Daramano Mode Jackson about Meshano and some other Jasu a droba kwama cultural say and you know a good anuma chesa ko afe a droba konso pebia to enyana and some our Jasu to malaria fever say ema chesa typhoid ekwa honamra and some anaba bronya emswa brumua ama no pe so resume adwuma me se ni peduano entime respondi drono a Jackson herbal meshano and so na bedu akagina mu kama wa test for malaria na ba se mo ne bi wo mo jana mu kwande amomori ansa droi obe pebie enso atokoko no ebe ko amaman na chesa sisiade yi enso ebe kwa no aye drona ye fa na Jackson cold capsules and ebiem enso aye mampa so ye bema na wo be se wo gina wona so afi e wo se bia nkwada esu e wo fio ne ade wo bompa na wie dia kan se odo mema yo na for banu so ebe bu ahia na mampam no enkomo no aye kama no aye Jackson natural capsules enkomo ane ye die no fra 0244723541 na chese wadrode na fe Genjamet dental clinic on de okwa se ebia wosenom afemfemo wosono eso bu obaso mo fele so ensom ama ona se bia dodomo akodaro wose wanya kaka wo pani no wo so wanya kaka Sao Dodoma o kwama Jenjimit ahwana from to sena o ma replace enso ade amasa bia o sin obeso hye ne silver obeso hye ne gold anansem potit white ne bi enso ana obeso ya aye Jenjimit dental clinic na Daruma ana okọ ama sa problems ni nyina no wo mo sofia enso ade ama wo mo won krane ne monte so ada sa obekwa atomic dana sa nungwa mail lorry station ebiem aye Kumasi Abeprojan shwo no wo fa kwan no so ya ko bantama wo send fa so building a bank I want from a shro ana Jenjimit awa oya juma ana omunso mo techima so magazine kantan kwan so no ma prefre 0559139582 Jenjimit and some abajo so supremo sir bibia okay dey
oh nyame adom fancy bibia boko
as say news so man say man for na nya sake eye omu coach o reference sir Ruben Amorim na mpanfo kan say na science no na eye written on the wall anti omo jamorum kwan am say de ne nke de be fa morum kra no o ma ya fa ma kra ti dey amorum ekọ Arosio dey omo say I likely say be United and appointment for substantive coach say be any pan na ba be ye adwuma na ko da be da omo say e bia unu be ye adwuma on the interim no and so Darren Fletcher so kind
Darren Fletcher
no Michael Carrick me tina me to United ha enti enim say bia United asaki coach say the mumu say hu no nche bia betim do adwentra na ba na yan question and some United and some anya sake omu coach say ana usi hu no ma before say be kwam no ne Adelaide Testaba no Bantwe I was say no mo sha say ye ntia Yamamu for coach because midweek and a matches anti first code I have 15 O's BW2 F9E D9 B5 and here 15 O's.
Okay.
Second code I have BW2 F9EE 29B. Third code aye 10 O's BW2 F9EE E80 and here 10 O's.
Good.
Last code and so another 10 O's BW2F 9EF C70. Yes, and no, I said yeah. You code no, and
2026. Your first code I had dropped in and then so Monday.
Hey, very necessary. And as usual, welcome to another edition of your Monday's show.
Yeah.
First major show of the year.
Yeah.
And of course, some following on Monday. Yeah, there are Ebenezer, baby, or the Ababedri. Yeah.
Fancy. Chairman, fancy your stubborn.
Oh,
sponsor there. No other fancy. Chairman. Fancy, you're strong.
Oh, yeah, that's so. You're betting in time we share because now what's your night chikakra?
Abada be a meshamo. A Jumana Koso. Some share a year sports. I want Ghana there. I can confidently confirm. Say. Aye Wontumi sports no ene na ye number 1 just say aye star BRB ana bode bo
that's right
na tapuku baby o bia on samra so otomwa baby bishop e wo bia bishop wo bia on samra
adwuma sisi
on samra adwuma
na so on two car okay to shama me say bishop atika awo
atomwa ba na vini ekizizo akasa
oh nice
many ekizizo akasa okay just adwuma no Wontumi sports ebeguso ayekese na be kese ya na ho aso no obi atie abrochire me wo ho ne ade ya yinyina ahwa no obi a no etie mo ye kese mo ye tough enu ti no me sorry anopa na Wontumi mintie Wontumi sports bibie no ha meye what I say I one just a point nko anti no enamaba your lunch and so you ever have.
Oh, chairman, that's all.
Chairman, I crash at some cook.
Chairman said to ya tell you what chairman and yet and I let them the massa where ya gani whenever when they take it your own buffalo when they take it your own buffalo massa chairman that's so because them say time on come on start say of course na your my ya kakra ba chairman or chairman wallahi
oh baba
I'm not saying na ta ko di mo e mo de o de
for prerudo more for prerudo
or the man said triple atabo ku be siu ko hey chairman I mean ya be ba so de na be ko me say da and some de more kotokomo de na ade nyina na nyoma e ko so Ghana league akwa na am person of discourage mu na chairman league mo
I kotoko de minim say Mamini Kancha Santamai, Namincha Santamai, Ura, Yankane, Otumfo said to a baby as Antokotoko Hene. Our ya Santamera, Nemquaso, or no answer so, and not Kotokoso so Yenidia. Nasiciano, and number MPP in Tino. I am a drew baby at Namame Somono. Yasumu or Quambi Bresso, and the idea. By minim say, maybe Baba, Kotokochema, dear Medibi. Hey. Yeah, minim same be medibi.
Wow.
Yes. Na se me dinso so a me de gaga yesem sikade patapa me de befam amatimu no aba back said na bra na Herbert Mensa wo so ye no Herbert wo so ye no sabre ni iswa asafo yehu bi enti meka ni nyina de abomu de hyehye aka ho a what you say baby akotoko kakudro no obia no behunu but said yesu kachre Mary say memre nso ye no enu bi na ne me kachre say memre nso because adwuma bia e de be ma obia na wo say utime yere wo ho na utime ye na wo ye ni yesu so e san say ye pese ye boa MPP na 2028 ye saba power ni ntino and yama bebre o ha menka na mum se me ba ye yidia I will be the first a friend say club chairman Jose Mourinho crabia metimi de na ba no aba be coach aye Kotoko yes made the international coach and I'm de no ba se me duru so anti na meka se me de hye na gaga o dia say na made the players akesia enso so a omo bobo te say Real Madrid mo any Man U mo Man City mo any Arsenal mo any Chelsea mo no so no e di bi so beba aba befra na
the ugly for top players $4 million.
This is what we
3 million euros.
Sikana nya kokra na wo Ghana na wo the money nya ho na wo aya ha na wo aya Ghana ana ye wo. What you say? And to play a beer or buy a year or buy a year. If you are member that ceremony or that brochure crow need be such. Oh, and if you remember Casa Memo Matrim, Casa Memo Matrim, ye and a brochure crow yabi. Yes.
Chairman's what a guy near Yesem.
Patapana Sika, and the Sika so come. I just some come.
Na my face.
Oh, Charlie. Hi, Mr. Gigi, where I make a wassail. A Bessie.
Wow,
Mr. Gigi, my canoe would to me. Busy a Bessie. Oh, coffee. Mr. Yabasum, you radia Santa Mai.
Was it the Biera Case? Ni bibia no korokona de bia se e ma no tipaye what ska bia ho bibia o pompirum so die bi
otie dia tie no say me a businessman also obia na ba otie say normally no odi animonyam kese na e ba aye yi na sanse kotoko no so so aburu individual so ntino se oba na so wanhwe ne ye pa wo kwa wanhwe ne ya na odi anugu ase ekọ what you say abrebia enti ansana mebasa mebabegie no what you say I will do a lot of research and I will make sure I will make sure say me ba me de animunyam na beba me konso me de animunyam na beko.
Hey. Ebi mu fu say bia chairman kan sa akwa.
Oh, me say said the Elon Musk de patapani ayesam ebo Donald Trump ho no. Me say patapani ayesam na bi na me say be de ba be bokotoko ho e de asum yewura ene kotoko. E for mo wo the whole Ghana nyara.
Wow. Wow.
Oh yeah, can't say that. Busha patapo kubabi awo biara sabra.
Busha Williams and no chairman say yeah sabra. Bia wo bia chairman say nka sabra.
Ai me say memo ma bo player bi obo peso mo bo ndin bia. Na me kra de kade e beye me fepa ne say Coronado Angwa Juma no you Yami Wohoda Se Uji Dudia Obeya Juma and such Renia no you Yami Wohoda Se Uji Dudia Obeya Juma Ye bompaye Shamachi Shra Yehuwa Ilahenu Yehuwa Ekat We ahata et Yehuwa Elohika bika luvika Uvika naveshika Uvika miyodika Tode yasak in English in the name of Jesus. Amen.
Amen. Amen. Salam chaman boy be ma de. Kapo. Say kapo chairman I feel na chairman baba me akwa.
Yes. Now me have the bibian so
e. Go tama taboku kasa mo say messages and e benye no bia say eh o chairman ya de pa say wa timi assemble. Yes kwa bi kwa me ho hene papa me.
Na guess it is okay how guess no me say
coach our brand peno ya the latest testament show yam kuma na fe yam fa ayed jabo saman fo sakane nyina no yam fa no som famra unum sa ena no pesa o monitor ntwumadi e bedi e ensom no Wontumi sports biter one say me be to just say man coach no ensom no kwoto dwa eno na draw after omo game wo so boy ana coach no kokas wo no wo ba man say obaba ye manager wa masabia wono som baba be coach and say me be atwam na ye kan say ye wo manager and ye wo coach e wa bra e be say ana slot no e ye coach onye manager e be am ye wo pep Guardiola ono e ye manager ne ade no wo kan say no pep Guardiola say man you e coach na be kaso no de when you be Antonio Conte anasabia when you be Arsene Jose Mourinho anasabia pep no no when wo ba man you so baba ye coach say ensam na wono som na wo kan enro after a game no you say anya Manchester Empire for the day and no matter just to be Manchester no play no wo some take a decision I say sana tell you any of some manager no wo some Jane Kwama no ko some gusua make us na you was a Manchester for no wo no be atwam na omo ball and some club na you take can say wo you legends and asabia wo some former players and some other team no wo you now start so omo ball match and some debate through ayora you first say when Rooney omo nyina no and some other club say ansana wo betimi ya command a position and some of Manchester United no I was so prove oba ye e dia no waye e was say bi obi afro sa wo ye manager wo ye coach bama and say oba say bi ka say bi wo no wo ye manager dia so prove ansana ye sa e status no and some adiama a chese ya sa ayo post course no ani ade wo mu nyina some adiamo dia so de power brand pay no ye update some ama ye for na Jameson kan nyina no say man you agina so oba kai a wo mu saki ore fa no say Dan Ashworth ne nyina no say sometime about some man you epo coach no wo mu ye say wo mu so mo di appointment e mo ru a ye fa no say Ruben Amorim no report to me nyina no say Dan Ashworth enkwara be nipa wo ka some already on play ayesa appointment no so na adea ye say Dan Ashworth e kan pen e ma o ka twa man you empire for no say so man na mo be
some modern banamasa ayaria sa sporting sipene ayaman you no enye po na wodiri pass anya some room and some abetima ya adwuma no woman tie no mo ka so wo kwana so twintwan na ntini tena sanete dia ye jawkwan and some amwa kwana ye sempo no for the pina diri pass dan Ashworth ekai woman tie anache so mo gyina so a wo mo som are sake Ashworth amane koya enama pam no kasa no nyina no ye sem omanu wo say woman tie asem no real fan said dan Ashworth no and some na wo kaya na yentie aye Jamie Carragher kakrai answer eno mo game no Ekobasa wobiansom echena dwe ani ate na Jamie Carragher chesa blunt dobaso kan nyina no say Manchester coach no Ruben Amorim no was say onye good enough some coach Manchester United when you good enough say obey Manchester United womo some manager what can pay eno ye chesa nkoma course one adwono chesa no pe gina mu a womo some area sake aye coach no yente sadie aye it didn't come off.
And that's not me being disrespectful to Ruben Aaron. I think he's been there now well over 12 months. And I think the majority of managers in the Premier League who are all managing different other clubs at different ends of the table would look at Manchester United and think, I'd get more happy. But no matter what it is, I don't think he is in any position whatsoever to be quite equal to them.
Why not?
Because he's not good enough. He's not good enough to be Manchester United's manager. He's barely competent enough to be a Premier League manager right now. And that's not me being disrespectful to Ruben Aaron. I think he's been there now well over.
Liverpool former player I found say Jamie Carragher. One on our test ya den excepts Emma Wabro kind of pace Ruben Amorim and you're good enough so no and some other manager my club you found United Emma some common in no and also no cross on that can make get down say woman on my dress before the buy no no I was say omunya botrama yesempa no for be yes woman day I am man you against I am Bailey Nesanka midweek Emma Charles Basono nan komodi no ebete ayamani international fe womosom I say oruan eberini and asasena sankem ebesi akomo se sanka komo sanka bia womo match against Bailey ankoye dia nani anka manager no womosom asaka na so fofie antwata esansansam na enwa Ruben Amorim ekwoka ni nyina no ama Manchester officials amubu ofupa and aye post match aye conference commenter and also across our Bernardo no man you and your amadwen say womo som baba point e bia permanent marriage to no kase no domo kan nyina no say and also aye ne kan say e bia on the interim tena woman kasomo former midfielder ye follow Darren Fletcher one and a report to me nyano so baba jiram na fe wo baba ya join on the interim Adiama club ye follow United baba Fletcher ne wo kan na bia twa man you fifi ono and some and so ru for say Michael Carrick no and Park Jinson abosom anyina ya djuma dani ate and Darren Fletcher and a report am sankanza one baba ya djuma on the interim and no update to free man for us where and some at Eban Semna and our coach and Ekokai no one junior pass at a Chelsea one former coach Enzo Maresca Ekokai what can you bring and we have breaking out the two gasa and before a year Everton game no na and the last 48 hours the West ever since on about Chelsea ate nasa ase coaches no ebimom ayo madwen say chese ensuo no kra tai dia wo mo aba hunu nsuo no nti yeseman yufo no no mo diri e ba so Ruben Amorim e kan sansam no enwo asare be a wonu som ade friction ebeto aye chese club no mo sesana tedia ene kwamia so so ne ya no wonu som akontoma sakena enom aye kaka fi amaso ye ensom ade e ba sansam no nyina no ye de ema ye to fa enano pai ensom awo shoros obakaya mekano preach was manager no some no fu say mo make promises and some amano sa winter transfer market ni bia mobile signings and some adiamano and for say and dey say and a fifth January no hefa ne akwadru a chese o kasa sa wo pre me no kasa onum sa Atalanta ensom boy na ye fa Ederson a chese onum aye midfielder man AFCON somewhere last summer no report amenya no say Ederson ayobi a me no kasa Manchester abobokuo no wo mo som asa ko ho biem ena yesem komo mu di aye between 35 and some na request aye 40 million euros ewa brene Manchester for no sa kwadawe wo mo som na betimi ato no Edinburgh club ni mu a eno som aye kakra amaso ye ente e ba sansam ni nyina no ye de ema ye tofo enano pai en som na wo shoro so egusu a ye ka aye managerial aye changes ade ade wonum sa coach ba kwa fa no sa aye Pep Guardiola en som na wo Man City obakaya wa bra bro nyane mabeto dwasa Chelsea coach new year ono aso obekọ na Chesamanfo se an wo soro wonum so ko aye Man City obekọ Colusi eno tina bi a coach nam abeso kontam ensom ani adema Chelsea beto dwasam de mo na kwa ba sa wo obi a wo mo to Alejandro Garnacho ensom adena ba woni yakoda na enim komoda ana mo je boy no boy ya wo mo ka so mo di we ba nyaw ompa upewei ama Chelsea ono so fu sa awoso ko obi a yesem mo ka cho wo se udi wo ye adwuma ebi adwuma na ba kosoro ani se akoba se bi a team bi ensom aba na bi asa club no so ka so mo so power awoso wo bo empenfo na mane emo mo yare se oh me ye adwuma bat ebi a team asomasi ana se bi a team obenten so opame ema mpe so ka cho mo so Man City form ana wo kasasa Pep ekwa wo na wo ba ye adwuma no na Pep abo amane se okoda ban ena na se bi o chena ana yenim so se Man City som na ye team ba ku bi a wo mo som na pe company esom ani ade ba de nya na ro pe so atwa se Pep Guardiola yesem mo na som na wo jiri se bi a season wey ensom akọ na wie ya wo hwanya de se manager fa se Pep no ensom abetua so sansa emso unia mentally wa bra psychologically adwenum emu abra ama se report no ensom atwa se manager no ebetumi step down we season wey a se bi obaje aye league no anaso Wontumi nche onom enso betumi agya adwuma no ensom akọ na jamenya nyina no se koba sampani ampa manager fa se Pep ensom agya adwuma no ho dia wo mo se still na no Chelsea former coach na ye fa sam Enzo Maresca ayo bi ono som ho da so board ni mu a wo mo betumi di adwuma no ensom adwuma no na ta se koba se eno Man City ensom na wo fie wo mo ni Chelsea about one or ama last minute koba se Enzo Fernandez ono enya ne kan se equalizer ensom arma team no wo mo kobisa Pep SM and uko table no so Arsenal we ma establish 6 points gap nyame yarma ya wada awo Emirates no aye Arsenal we mo som Liverpool and ababo aida say ebeko so aye 6 and answer be train na dia ko 7 and answer be Arsenal ebebiam ensom na dia ko 9 points and say and manager aye fan say Pep esuni omesansa na aye ka say no aye 6 points and da omo ensom Arsenal and Tam League no Arsenal ebeje and answer be City ebetimi bounce back na fe wo mo so age Pep Guardiola abo post match so no when crystal ball say bia de uhwem no say bia o chena bi Arsenal beluzuwe e bia Man City ebe win matches aka na fe wo mo so afa ho age Wontumi hwe petetakram enso nkyere de ebese ntoro de 6 points na Arsenal ebiem awosoro no when it crystal ball and washa and so would that to be and also yentia Pep after the game
have a crystal ball to happen, so only I think is recover the players. And when is at Brighton, of course is we were closer, so the way incredible we play in Sunderland the second half, and today we didn't get but score a goal, so be clinical is part of, I would say, that all the stats, many things that you can solve. Of course, you can create chances, and the expecting goals are higher than everyone, but have to do it. And we play, but as a manager, I said to the team, so never could be more, part of that. So they played really, really good against this team really, really good.
I said your manager, Fantasy Pep Guardiola, and I'll tell your dinner excepts. Emma and I'll pay live when the show up by and first major. And your show of the year 2026. And I'll pay no. Yet also any update. Tell the Academy United, Mama Chelsea. One more so boys and because and Romo Kwaya Jumano and some I match at Chelsea Comono. Will be on so many coach. Make another person. One more Eddie and 21 coach. Your Fantasy Callum McFarlane and so brought Chesandra. And some amateurs will be as well. And a City Besha 3, not just a because I have 4 and 5 any other because and what just Alan Hallam Bona hit a woodwork of Bona deflectina a young goalkeeper Jorges in a year and yet Washer and no match to be a Robert Sanchez and Wamobi and I know beyond Sudum Caicedo I suspended a bium I was for Furna one was another game one more almost say now Sanchez I will be a Soriano Pano was saying the whole Dono Kakra sound so and I was for fun so Soriano Pano one also so when you're FIFA and I'm saying hey I'm saying Maresca darling boys or be able to attend on as I done a cool mumupa and I say yes wash I for fun so the almost so much as all a FIFA and an Alba and an Sanchez and some I won't find about me you know and now I'm I travel about way and some other support and Kodana and no I can't film and some at the Abana brain him some part coach be on my couple any pa oya there you born more ba opawasam pa and say what that sorry now te say be as coach na either say yasakeno and I say be any pan kasa resign and I say be both parties omo no and some atiase say one more party we say oya hwan e there and some other factor and some any ate na report amenya no report say Callum McFarlane Achasenwa one of somebody team the ban shark yintere kakra because and one coach na say no kwanya me anim nie dear wabaso kan kwani nyina no say plus no a shock omo pasa Enzo Maresca take decisions wo dwom wo chesensu nani a ogiri e ba say character nkoda we show ya from day omo tell manager no say adwuma no wanya biem afei e ba aye chese enwa match ni nyina mo no nkoda no aya ade party through aye captain aye fan Cyrus James asudi a ofade to no so to send Adarabio yo panin ba ko a wonu som our team ni mo aye ade say Enzo Fernandez nom afoba hwe omo maka chese wo mo kasa che omo maka acha so mo show mo nkran ya de nyina no wodiri e ba san kodan aye adwuma pa ba the bottom line and some ansa now omo ye shocked wabro mo tesa manager no say adwuma no one trust me yentie Callum McFarlane e wabro no e de sansam atudwa.
Not an easy job. There's a lot of change that's gone on. Enzo was incredibly successful with this group. Some of them were shocked by the decision. So the character that they've shown in the last 2 days, the character that they've shown today, Reece is a big one. Like Reece, Tosin, Enzo, they've really dragged the group together because everyone thought we were coming here to lose. No one thought we stood a chance. But we knew that the character and the talent in this group did, and they've really dragged it through. So I can't speak highly enough about the characters in the group, and that's just another moment of Reece being selfless and wanting to share the plaudits, really. This is not an easy job. There's a lot of change that's gone on. Enzo was incredibly successful with this group. Some of them were shocked by the decision. So the character that they've shown in the last 2 days, the character that they've shown today, Reece is a big one. Like Reece, Tosin, Enzo, they've really dragged the group together because everyone thought we were coming here to lose. No one thought we stood a chance. But we knew that the character...
and some so any day wouldn't say what brother about to Jano Pesa and Ra and I just coach ever drew London and Montesua. I was say Abby unveiling NHS announcement about na my game just a Wednesday Chelsea ever call a year Craven Cottage and Fulham and some I was Liam Rosinia and so I tell bench and report to me and Ra yes Strasbourg almost so pro center your father some Mark Keller eba London ana sporting director no ye no David Vaya one also ba London omo nyina no ebe din komo because mompanifo ana aton sa aframo na yenkum obi dwa emfa ni dwa eno ntino wontimi ma adwuma coach no bodoma Strasbourg ga wo be kase bia modomo awosoro onsai ho na onfa me ye Chelsea enti say wo mo fa coach no adena ba Chelsea a also mo pro bia equally one also ebetimi akwa to adwumaden no so our Strasbourg amani ma akwa commentary nyina no interview adema replacement and also mother koso eno ntina ma jamensa kanisa wo ma shortlist emabeka 3 out of enro nyumra and no pam no kasali ya say wo ma sanso no so ama kamienu no stone no wo kai owura fa no sa Gary O'Neil and some of your report I mean say Chelsea mpon for consider no say wo ma de na be ko ayebo kwa fa no sa Strasbourg our bra and also kakra free aye Gary O'Neil asoya and some made banana pay wa bra on some nyina no ye de ema ye de fa wo show no so na wo bi ase na kwara be na Chelsea free and some edi adwuma kwa komanu Shabak mama me aye sa John Terry and some post our IG answer wo be ko post to say Terry isn't qualified na just say JT and you qualified say one of the coach aye Chelsea and JT ba said was one qualification bia I was saying the partner sending enya bi and coach Chelsea bia no one John Terry e will be essence only she cried here Aston Villa now oka coaching job no for 3 years experience one some enya e Aston Villa and e was so panamom one kan do so kan nyina say bia Chelsea adri say Chelsea e per se one say return to the top na ya ka say bia Chelsea bad Chelsea betimi ag league Chelsea betimi ag Champions League gani adia was so mu top manager and your beer one try to be any was same top manager and sana omajatum sa one say return to the top in champa top manager there on some qualified our brother and no I can free JT and some as well the and no pay something you know ya de ema ya tell for our show no ama chesano and some update about Liverpool team no will be on say on Fulham and some about drona go na make some say Fulham akotana your friend say read and some anya brown wash you will be on himself kwa the gap go ama chesa Liverpool for e be fa win any idea we are so near some ball na chesa kurum pa suro baby ana chese ball kwasha moment any short to pa and on you take come out chese game no and some 2-2 ni ade na who go kitike yebian sa wo prime make catch sa o prime no akra game no kwa na je so mi so nka kra na make no pay say nyame adma midweek omode na Thursday wo mo Arsenal and some other ball Emirates Stadium na make us boy no chances so betimi abasa game no and some around by say 65% and I just a player your fan say kitike ebe ball ayesa match no na an slot say ekitike and no more and a coach as a Fulham game no ayenra na mo ye training sessions or TBB na dokening na say aye doms na doms no and some aye delayed onset muscle soreness na some say muscle no say when you take pain kakram say krobi and some abamazzo no any adintia no and ma kitike aye game no one some 90 am to mo de Arsenal and idea want to me Kasabia boy and ever bo anaso mo no from an enkosi nyame arma Wednesday and they be probably by yawa dano pan bibia and some bet me see our brano and some update about something no ya de emia to fair himself kwadana ya fana Antoine Semenyo aya mansiri fone na beso moto na asom na do bia nim so ma agri bibia gise bia bibitia homa ni Semenyo ebe join aya mansiti na coach na ya fana Andoni Ariola anopai meka Jones was one de antosa nempero for meka chen se bia do ni ya dan no Semenyo ebe bo next game na coach and fana say Ariola was say Andoni Ariola some na make Andoni say you want to just say de bebre na koso ana we say na wasi wo yo waya ni ade you be so kanin na no Antoine eda some ayomu player until say ebi abeka se sika na ba wa wie akweda no manu so no wo be koso na bobo bia because na Semenyo no wa mana ma ho no man start here and Semenyo ebe koso pia Villa and some I'm a Bournemouth Omutimno and a Man U boy no more penina Yefano Carlos Baleba Enra Mekachos one a man of the match our Cameroon Womu game no na Carlos Baleba yes once again was our ball a Brighton Emperor farm and yes sir woman the crying eman kwana this time there yes what catch a Brighton for sir ya omunye reasonable kakranye sebi asabi wo do matenobom ebi asasi kana moya and ye pese and ye jise na se ya ma ye nyawo ma wonko ene sane o manu nyina no also mo teteni o maso sere be a enom ebe bie kwan ma ono Carlos Baleba no wono so atimi akọ onum se coach baako a ni ti ekeka aye Nuno Espirito Santo wono so ba was time enkoye baako se na no wolves na wadane asiba wo bia bu ni bie man no kobo draw no report amenya no se ono so ohye was time 3-0 mete se omo the one game Emma manager nyame yarbo chena Tuesday wo mo midweek aye West Ham and Nottingham Forest and Elbow wo mo sa game na nkoye a Nuno Espirito Santo asom abayehye wono so mbetimi afesi aye ne kan se sack e wa bra no pay no ye de Emma nyame yarma ye wa the Arsenal esom anabo mama referee no wo mo the Arsenal and the Liverpool game no ama referee Anthony Taylor opedi we dia whenever be di Arsenal Liverpool nyame ya doma and John Bruce and some abesha va wono some anabo video assistant referee no so na Arsenal for say nyame yadma yawada womo so be so mo krati euphoria ewo chesom stadium to no a fan activated display bibi ati say ubahu dabiano omo yetifo womo the banners and ya de ebe form pictures our stadium dano na bia light kakra bi na pyrotechnics ne bi ensom asu our stance ne mo fireworks enso ayade say no ensom abekoso our brand no pay no yare update ema yetif our show no so na Arsenal boy na ye fan Declan Rice and Alan Shearer say coach bia our player ye fan say aye Declan Rice bia no o player pa na boy no match bia bobo bia wanya de kra 8/10 and say your coach and your manager now play or to say Declan Rice wo come match no more dunum say bia game akwa boy die aye dan kunumdie no and some other ba e wa brana no pe no aye kakra and some no fi amaso de ba bonsa for no bonsa ebe fly on be Saudi Arabia ho and nyame yadman ye kan say super copa no and some ebe so na me bonsa kona na fa say Gavi na Gavi ana deminya say on say no hunya nton no bonsa for no giri pa sa cha bia the month of February ana Gavi ebeba na onya ma ekra no bete se obeso oka tim no ho no munyina enso atu ekwa Saudi Arabia obeso de support enso amatim no sadie mekano no pesa Ronald Araujo ayo bi assistant na adweno enyanya okay 20 mi mo but washase ene Barcelona start anaso mo ye training no yese ayade se Gavi enso ebeka wo akose de bi ono enso ebetimi support na bonsa akodan na ye fan say Lamine Jamal onsa age 16 and Obia starters waka kwada no wansam enso about 17 na 17 the not just a wonders and worship and Lamine 18 na Fabio Capello and Capello say akwada no Adesa ade chini nyina no bona akwada ne bon e wosoro pa akwada na sesa ne bobo emena wose enyoma akwada ne age 18 e won pass wobenya akwada bia owo 8 years na bia ne bon no enso mbe se de Lamine Yamal so ye ne wono betimi aka ne pen se de boy no asi di ne juma no ebe kakra woni Mbappe ana be kira ka so se de emre bia twam na ba be Ronaldo anje Ballon d'Or na Leo Messi ana ba be Leo Messi je Ballon d'Or so Ronaldo so jibie no Fabio Capello se bedru baby Mbappe anje Ballon d'Or Lamine Jamal ana beje ana Lamine enso anje a aye Mbappe wo mumie no ana beje aye Ballon d'Or na mom ana ye kase when a Champions League obeje ye hwese bia Lamine beje ana se bia Mbappe abeje the UEFA Champions League get ye sin na so no enso aye nkoma coach no aye fan sa aye Fabio Capello enso di arches ano pe no ye update enso aba onum sa Bonsa striker Robert Lewandowski sa story we okofa bape na chesanka me se wiase ni ya jatomo kaya ayabaya 6 years any na sa 2020 COVID Ballon d'Or and for us I ana COVID aba enti yentimi organize aya was ceremony and forward no ma no bia diri ba so afi di Lewandowski aje Ballon d'Or hey no more shenya me ni ma was night na ma so na ye hu mpampi sa yanya was e wa bobu on kra wa ma ye dia award no somam na dia akokoma no anti kananka mo na so diri ba se Ballon d'Or aye 2020 dia no wo mo betimi asoma e ma dia akokoma Lewandowski ana French football magazine for so na mo no yana mo da mo gasa agroni edi wo edo mo fans manti ya fa mo bia na Lewandowski no mu busa no se ba ne sen ana sa Ballon d'Or besinem obi a forget kra e ba ne sen e bia psychologically and mentally we na adwen and some other fruso wodi atie answer Lewandowski and some other interviewer yentie no.
For the guy from Poland, winning FIFA the best player in the world 2 times in a row means a lot. But of course, like for the image, like for the show, Ballon d'Or is always like some because it's more gold, you know.
Yeah.
But in the end, I don't have that. I'm sleeping bad or I'm thinking about this. No, but if I got this question, something big because so many people asking me about this. But what I can do? Nothing, you know. And then later 2021, I lost. I was second, and I lost with Leo Messi. It means a lot that I was a guy. The competition between me and Leo Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo. I was in this era very close, and sometimes I won against them, like the FIFA, you know, 2 times, the best player in the world. Okay, Ballon d'Or, I wasn't in the first place, but in the end, doesn't change my mind about my career, my football way, you know. Ballon d'Or, okay, for the media, for the, you know, journalists, big things, but not for me. That doesn't change my life. For the guy from Poland winning FIFA.
Lewandowski and me anyam fancy now so no and some like call be 6 years and you know and you say changing life as answer will be out to me a FIFA player of the year and some to so be me no na be a Ballon d'Or ba could be and also ma wa brand Leo Messi and some and pra and answer sergeant to no there just why you not drink crowd your fruit so I just know and so changing life I am some Lewandowski and some other 2 job brand pay no ya de eba Madrid o makona na chesenwa we make a difference about hat-trick and pay ya can also Gonzalo Garcia akoda no nya hat-trick enwa chas oya juma pa na after somebody about to just Mbappe and some abana so na boy ni shegona we bon stance ni akoda Mbappe so e jan na so bon nsam ni ade ana Gonzalo Garcia was say want to just Mbappe I the best I will say one player bi agiri e ba so ni mbobanya na fe Mbappe Gonzalo Garcia say Mbappe and the best I will say na and so no be otesana e bia wo ben usuadia what did he pass at the best moment on the life and some other man arches Mbappe ni wa ade bi also Gonzalo Garcia and so Madrid ebiano I was so to me na onim say omo be to twa say owe bia maybe atwam na oye adwuma adama Madrid no a doctor ye fan Nico Mihich okay na wo mu jane kwama ne koi ema obekaya somewhere last year ye ba be call awie ye me be kasa Antonio Pintus ono wo mu be so mo sande ba okay Xabi Alonso ba ye wo be kasa ai ana nkwada no ana den na odin team abanti Antonio Pintus omo de ne konchan na yesi ye tumi so ana Florentino Perez ana ye na adwensa wo be sama Pintus aba because ana Madrid eba ball awie yesi o compare omo opponent na wo mo na nshadan cover distance e was so wo ma ho den our fam any ade enti president no kwan na adwensa wo be send Antonio Pintus aba back ebiem ensom aye Madrid omo doctor na ye fan Nico Mihich ono ensom aba back and wo mo be bo ama chasa Real Madrid anioma ensom asesa e de ama team no na eno after say koba say Atletico ensom koba draw and na ye ka say no wo say Super Copa de España semi final Bilbao Barcelona and after Madrid derby Derby now coach na your fan Diego Simeone say omo attention Eco Super Cup the last time omo share Madrid 5-2 and one kasana ba your fan say Giuliano Simeone akwadano so say baby adwini kwan so omo twe eno match na okra one attention you know Elco Real Madrid womo so game no so sansa enya nkwata match aye match ano be shinti na ye kasa no womo ngaba so mo chesa kwambia so no awo so mo so metimi bo ehye eno enso my update eba onsam ni na no ye de emiete for enwa aye Parisian derby eno eba so ema Paris Saint-Germain womo 2-1 so richa Paris FC na womo game eba so shara man of the match award no sansa anopano sanka ni na so eba ni ate wonim say disere duwe ano energy man of the match award enwa akwadano man of the match award na chesa na modebo e wosoro na ebiem ensom ayesen eno Paris Saint-Germain team no wonim so mo presente wo mo titles ni nyina moment ni sa trophy enye Chelsea na sanka omoma PH age aye titles best 7 no wonim so mo presente sa omo titles ni nyina enra ensom ade mo supporters ansana wo mo so game na ensom abaso na deminya no sa Paris Saint-Germain omo boy na ye fan Lucas Beraldo ye say Farana Bonchi e wo sukuru Sarakoglu Stadium SA woman some up Beraldo on loan nanke bia later option to buy bi and also abam any ade e wa brano pano aye kakre from aswadeba na ye ko aye Juventus wo kan so mo fa Jonathan David for free na sometimes anya ade bia ye free bia na ye wonum say me no kasa fa Juve no say obi pe Jonathan David wo me fan call because boy no am so mo say jame kwa obaye wo hye won goal pe e wo Serie A no na Liga ball Italy striker was just one goal obaya obasane 5 years contract woman 6 million euros a season menoka so report amenya say na woman say Jonathan David omujane kwan ama chaso no ensom akọ ewa bra eno aye kakra ba na aida say amodene ba quality koroma kwago swap na bia Alexander Soloff amode ono abana woman David ensom akọ ana AC Milan team no woman so say Christopher Nkunku enyenyenyenye Chelsea for the come now mujane kwa no gaze ebia ya na yes AC Milan team no so amadwensa womu demand around 33 million euros because ya kase Farana Bonchi eye club womu so abaso mo fa akwadana fa say Nkunku adana kontina and also ayamant akwan bia so no womu demand ansa no ma bia kwan ama chesa boy no enso matimi aba eno aye kakra amaso ye enso made bana no pe no awo shoro so Morocco e qualify enra na mame aye Tanzania womu coach ye fan Miguel Gamondi na Miguel Gamondi anu wase ha enwa omo boy against host nation we dey kan kra we Tanzania oni Morocco womu krom wa hwa sen ana stadium ebesia ye ba ni nyina chi no Morocco anshedan create chance enti omo Tanzania na oye very proud e modema na nkoda no born enwa no nani ajepa yentie Miguel Gamondi after senra ayade se omantimi an qualify okasai
we close very well most of them they can have Morocco. The proof is they have only 4 shooting target. They created 2 clear chances. We created as well 2 clear chances. They have domination, territorial domination for sure, because they put a lot of pressure, intensity to play at home. But we managed very. And some not too happy when some decision of the referee. But it's part of the game. It's football. I'm very proud of
Bana Chasawo Ediatia host nation our 116 dams decision bakum you be a referee better kiwani and some and John Banino no and so I can game no one no against Tanzania woman coach Aritu Gasarami Kameno woman so ntimi an qualify who got Bruce I say woman lose game Ediama Cameroon am I was saying no I lack and I just ama oma for badini no woman from to machi no more for attention and when you can say World Cup and so yentia coach who got Bruce.
We didn't have the luck at our side, and I agree with you. Maybe we get too much goals. Last AFCON we only get 2 or 3, I think, on all the tournament. But we're not going backwards, certainly not. But at the other side, I think we have to make a good evaluation of what happened here in this tournament, and looking forward to the World Cup.
Kakefi na swede banano peno live on the show amacha se am tetrin na eguso ade man na match se ba so nim sa Egypt man ebe bo omu game and ebiem and some Nigeria so game ebe so na Egypt dia no woman Benin aye 4 o'clock and after Nigeria and Mozambique and so aye 7 and as 2 games no and no ba so but Amorim aya pamono no wonim say kapo de menya no sesia no say yes Ruben Amorim say Manchester and final let it down. Now obi ono ten sporting Jumaden tesana momo dana banamo guna ni mu ase waso on sporting directors no omo na chaso mo no baako kra but also ono obi obenya elite club akochi enye se bia mayu apam na na chese obekoko bia division 1B ana masa wono onye obi ha wo eketu asanto no wobenya team kese asa coachi ene ya Ruben Amorim ankoma wono so die ana chese inside the area ba nyina no ye de ema ye chefo enano pay e wo show no so ya yemfanse na yema kwama bedwa from na afi yema to aso still live on Wontumi Sports Buffet way your first major show of the year ana Ruben Amorim and so aye sacked yen to aso our digital satellite and I feel live on Facebook Wontumi TV live in caps yanwa channel so ejame and I feel down on YouTube so yeah live and so YouTube account and so Wontumi TV live meza say bibia find there
nyame adom ya na so
rade ahwe so de akodi aba intimi complaining
yes this year 2026 we are back in full flight. Na mewo asem kakra bi na kache tifo abra ya back in 2026 sebi what in sempi ya tufu pi na mum me de ketua we na mpese me de tattoo de maw they say you see there are always moments in this life where situations will make you realize there is a saying that I say your setbacks don't disqualify you. They prepare you for the best. Your setbacks, it doesn't disqualify you. It prepare you for greater things. So last year, say unya a lot of setbacks, unya a lot of frustrating moments. I'm here to tell you, say I prepare you for the best this year. The only thing is you need to take opportunity of the mistakes you made, recorrect it, and move on. Then beyond some of these things, when it comes back, I made a Woodruff an example. Yeah, Woodruff, or an athlete. Back in 1960, he won 3 gold medals at the Olympic Games. Now, you won a premature for Libya. Now, doctors catch and say, "Wontumi nante, wontumi nkomrika, wontumi nyebibi." Into the 9 o'clock, share 9 braces. So on those things, they show on a straight in on it. She kept on training. She kept on focusing on the fact that also mean to me nante. And the reason here, we buy me there. I do me peseme. It doesn't matter what I see around my body. Even if it was a mistake, I'll have to push forward. Consistent training. By 1960, she was a 3 times gold medalist at the Olympic Games. We've seen some of these stories happen most every time. But this year, Michelle Nkran Kacho say, don't let your setbacks disqualify you. Let them prepare you for the greater things ahead.
Wontumi.
Yow. And your uncle be brinedi. 2 parts na machim. The first part, they may delay with European football. There are 2 top issues I would love us to discuss. The other part, we'll have to travel far away to Morocco to speak with Michael Asaibodi to discuss the AFCON. So you will enjoy this bit this particular morning. Don't leave us. Mafia do yaba. Now, may start with the European stories and Namsisi now. We are in a certain moment where managers are being sacked. And the matter will also have to come in as to which people are going to come in to replace them. Within the last few weeks, you are experiencing the sacking of Enzo Maresca from Chelsea. You are experiencing the sacking of Ruben Amorim this morning in the year. Now, these are two managers who joined two teams that are no more different visions, different path as compared to who they were. So, in a nutshell, the identity of Chelsea, the identity of Manchester United. So, the identity of Chelsea initially, say Roman Abramovich ebeto team ni nisika beshe mu nyina. It was all about winning. No matter who, how, where, and what they would do, it was always going to be about winning games and winning trophies. So the first appointment, whoever will tell you that Claudio Ranieri abra no coach Chelsea no a failure biano, it depends on how you saw it and where you were coming from. And I bet 10 minutes so a failure. But definitely, Roman Abramovich raises standards in him say, Waba shishe team, Yama players, Waba bought third and I want also third in the league. Yempesa adieno. Ko na obi obetimi agi bibi nyedey. Emra. So the appointment of Jose Mourinho was a significant moment in the history of Chelsea because decision as at that particular time needed to change and enhance the mentality of the whole team. After Jose, a history for Chelsea. Coaches are what has happened at Chelsea. No need to go back again. Now, after Roman Abramovich, there is a shift in the ideology and approach of Chelsea, especially when there has been a change in the ownership status of Chelsea as a football club. So with Egbali, Todd Bowley, the whole vision of the Chelsea team is to make sure they want to win, but they are not so much over-enthused about winning trophies, despite the fact that they want to win trophies. The difference between Roman Abramovich era and Todd Bowley era is Roman Abramovich was overly ambitious when it comes to winning trophies. But with Egbali, they are trying to balance the business aspect of the club in terms of sales and purchases with young players, talent, development, and all of these things. Then also attached with it, Yamfande trophies. But in football, we are we say how many teams in the team has boom and trophies are consistent we are say.
Big question.
The model that Todd Bowley and Egbali wants to do, agreed. I love Obian and the botaye in Susu or the TV. I say, Sabi, mean to me, I can't just say, I was a botaye, and no idea the TV. I say, there be mean to me shows are. What if you grow or botaye in your Kumamuni Jumedia episode? So with Todd Bowley and Egbali, in as much as they want to win trophies, they also have a different part of them.
Yes.
So they will definitely appoint managers accustomed to whatever they want to achieve or whatever they want to do. Now, statistically, Enzo Maresca deserves to say sacking ana. Debbie. Now, kabebi o jinane die 60% win rate at Chelsea. Baby ana Chelsea jinane baby ana Chelsea da. After Mauricio Pochettino, any jumedi edide, any kwanza keja na kwa maneko.
On one is so cool.
Sama make you know. I'm gonna say 1% in interest was a pamubi, but Messa Bassam no so on one jan who kinds of
yeah, or
agent here. Because the ambitions of Inkofonimi and Nuno doesn't match. The moment ambitions doesn't match, everyone has to go their way. But the next pressure that comes upon the Chelsea board is about who comes in to replace Enzo Maresca. Now the question about and all the talks about Enzo Maresca, see the red pen assign us here. Ayra, ya cancel no. The moment he decided, said no, you man meant to also be a minute. No need to go back and reflect on certain moments and angry moments between the two parties. Because if Martinez discuss go back to it, Akoka say, oh, okay. Enzo Maresca say Chelsea board ninja serious. what did the mention say no Enzo Maresca say say be board no players say also mo de fra mo ho no mo pese mo beye iti saa nyoma ni nyina ntini bi gya kwa akọ yaw saa nyoma ni nyina atwa buko sisi who comes next and how you as a Chelsea fan will understand the whole vision of Todd Boehly and Eghbali and two things either stand by them or leave. The mom club near the chow through my Eddie so bejai. By Sabi, Obaro she say bedroom rebino. Todd Boehly ne Eghbali will realize certain things and upgrade whatever thinking they have to enhance Chelsea team. By yaw, bibia eda yenim chere Chelsea team yo mo hihye ni de mo pese mo ye. Yaw, project na du bibia also mo the experience bite kakra tachi. Me catch will say, Sasi me kind na it was not only about the coaches I was speaking about. Say the most difficult thing for Chelsea to do now is about sustaining the success of Wakunya or Club World Cup. Last year, it doesn't always have to do with the manager, but the club as a whole and the standards they want to set for themselves. Yo, this Chelsea team needs experience at some point in time. Certain figures in the dressing room to push them to a different level. Unless Todd Boehly and Eghbali are comfortable with baby Omujina Sisi, and then the manager they are about to appoint clearly shows the kind of direction they want to go. Yow, omon pe coach ababe yo omon kope we cinema ye say omon pesa de no. Omon pesa de no. But this is a brilliant young manager that is doing so well in Strasbourg. I won't assure you that he's going to be the best of the best and coming to win the Champions League for Chelsea. Then historically, before Todd Boehly Mobefa team, the Chelsea is a coach be an Champions League. You know what they can do.
Okay.
You know what they can do. New manager bounce, a lot of these things. This is a club that is deeply rooted in coming out from setbacks. When you root Chelsea out, that is when they step up. So there's that role over there, but the broader picture is what matters now. And I think the appointment of Liam to Chelsea, one way or the other, might sound good to the Chelsea fans because of some of these things. I can't set a precedent in their mouth. But the bigger picture, actually, is saying because when you buy, we know how it ends. Di Matthew buy a year and your money in a pamu be money be shame when you say. What you say? Your pamu Mauricio Sarri may be mobile in a be shame when you say. Then Thomas to cover a day. Ebe ye be yaw. Ono su we say. So this is what we are talking about under Todd Boehly and Eghbali. I feel sad for Maresca. But yaw, nobody can convince me that Maresca is not a top coach. It's just that ambitions doesn't align. Whatever he did with the Chelsea team, he gave you renewed hope. Maresca buy no more renewed hope. Because after Mauricio Pochettino, 1 year and Dumkrambo that said Chelsea beat compete with certain teams at the top level. Onye the perfect man. But I think in a nutshell, he did his bit for Chelsea. But the broader perspective of this whole discussion and what Todd Boehly and Eghbali wants to do, that Enzo Maresca ambition, your ambition, and yet and me ametiye say Chelsea Eghbali ni Todd Boehly mo ampege omo nyoma bi mu a yaw ahwa mbesa ate aba for me. Even if there is going to be a short stint of success, which is some cited examples with Tuchel, Di Matteo, some of these guys, but must ate aba for because squad building no o build it baby, you need to give it a certain touch or bite a bit more sustain or top and yes sir o tiba for ma o crawl sako back no ahwa no abre I say o fra twede tin the afro bepo ma mefa we munya examples especially mo type hiking no so o to TV echi na ahwe hiking ne the way o mo city fro a o mo drum finfin baby no mo car yaw etre bi anuoma mienu ida say obeba fom no wajai anase obeto aso de akọ na emom de ntia no moto aso de kọ mo pese ombeba fom mo onso mo tight bi bot 10 to 50 baby because of one thing yaw they believe where they've gotten to know they need something to sustain themselves at that level then climb to the top because omoba fom a ne fro besa ayede
Wontumi.
And I think Chelsea would need to look at that aspect yaw Makase, some of these players Chelsea bought, these are not world beaters. Some of them are world beaters. For example, whatever Caicedo is doing in this setup, nobody can doubt it. Marco Correa, top quality player. Reece James, top class. I'm even impressed with the performance of Robert Sanchez. In recent times, at Jimmy, there's an injury to Levi Coyle. Just maybe, or a fit I name the BC. But Asterix done. But Enzo. What did I say? But Enzo, Caicedo, Kopama. These guys are top guys. So just needs a little bit of touch. Just maybe a world-class winger. Just maybe a world-class centre forward. Just maybe a proper experienced world-class centre back. Now complementing Kurawi Wunina. Then in the dressing room, when the big boys speak, things will happen. One example, the influence of Thiago Silva in that dressing room. Tamana Chelsea Koje, the Champions League. Should the influence of a player like Thiago Silva? You need such figures. You need such guys. And I think that is where Maresca got to. And so said, Debbie, Munya Sanyo man. Munya Sanyo man. Now, gettings, Niganacho Monedi. Yeah, these players, gettings and Ganacho and Co. They are not world beaters. Amunya world beaters. But they are good subs. Ah, we have bench. Say, Uncle, we say, give me stretch. I'll bet me the number. I'll bet me the number. And that is where I find a huge problem with whatever. I just hope, and I am, things will change. On my dream best is Saka cry in terms of the kind of players they want to bring. But the coach definitely signifies one thing. Say, yeah, I don't know where was Strasbourg no, and no coach no Marco Fan Edinaba. So be here, Juman. By head, we are Chelsea fan. When we be a club, Nijina say one, that is the reality. Two, expect nothing more than where some of the things get to. No manage your expectations. Three, just hope that it will get to a time. I didn't know my yes, one no project now. Much check a crazy one no. Union you man member from say to true name papa entity. Entity kura. Manchester United moved on quickly from Amorim this morning. Ya omache. Manchester United che.
Nene me who say Obinsu bisa say na Liverpool for no more train day.
You see, yaw. Asem we de bia meka. You need to buy time for yourself as a manager. The reason why Eric Ten Hag, it became very difficult for Manchester United to sack him. Also, my catcher say, Ineos big mistake say right after the FA Cup, no man sack Eric Ten Hag. The following season, that is one of their big mistakes. But he didn't tell you. Eric Ten Hag bought himself time with the FA Cup results. One show be out. Or share Manchester City with the performance will be added to me. Say that is one of the best performances of Mahu under Manchester United.
True.
So the season netra with that win, Yao initiate a renewed hope among one, the hierarchy, two, the fan base, three, the players. Say, quite fast so NDA. I mean, say be say but next season you money planet to us so and your best a day. So you buy time. You buy time. Minim say Enzo Maresca ko anje Club World Cup na Conference League na ke jale kwai. He bought time with those two trophies. Yeah, every single manager in this world has a way of buying time. And your man you know ama Anslot a buy time. Remember abon we no Liverpool ni no bisa question no. And your man you know ama Anslot a buy time ni minua. One, Anslot won the league in style for Liverpool. Liverpool winning the league, emu du chance said na Liverpool about Champions League finals naje.
Oh, Samu.
Yes. Not in the wrong way. Mami chiro muneti asiye.
Okay.
Menka said the Premier League.
Said the Champions League.
Menka said the Premier League
against Tottenham Hotspur.
Yes.
Okay.
Menka said Premier League ni prestigious than the UEFA Champions League.
But all the old chance say kind Liverpool fans so J league you know. What do you to the Champions League na man in the
feeling no more J no. On say the entire Menka say
yes.
Liverpool in England Champions League no maje do say 6. Ade ba kwa na Liverpool for ne bufu pa na say dey be Manchester United edge league no. No more 18 na Manchester United in number 7. United Beji League ni nyinaa beside Liverpool. And a free sign deal from 1992 from FA First Division in the English Premier League. Now Liverpool ni be that. So winning the league brings a different feeling.
Sukomna diomache. It is the way they sell. I'm about to mudi kaje no supporters na anyo when you Klopp there because now COVID time. Yeah. But winning this one marked a different territory. Say Omuni United are also 20 say 20. Sana me pese me che. Me nka say the Premier League is prestigious than the UEFA Champions League. It can never be. Champions League need a different bite. But in Liverpool's contest, in terms of the two trophies, you know, then maybe as you see, you know, when you buy time for onslaught now, a league, you know. Last season, so number 2, chairman, one top player, Bia Gidi Bia, Frederico Chiesa. On the crown on your starter with Liverpool team. I know more than a buy. I know Timmy Bond home more than a day. A G League, you know. Sign your mommy, you know. So you own a partner to one of na and slot bar boy. What spending over 400 million the amount of Musa Lacroix AFCON? What on Alexander Trent Arnold? You wouldn't wish to sack him as soon as possible. That is the reality. You see a Champions League no muda so man omuni. Omuni League Cup mu. Bomu FA Cup mu meboa. League ni see omuno 34 points. Arsenal atwe omumu ebia be 9 points. Aka 18 games. Ya what they mention as no. Baby.
They wouldn't because then Ashia will say the next okay we'll be saying another question. Okay.
Arsenal actually 14
Arsenal
points.
Arsenal 14 points, which is far fetched. Okay, then that is far fetched. Thank you very much with that info. That is far fetched. That is far fetched.
Yes, Liverpool to me magic.
Yeah, won't mean catch up. Nah.
Okay.
18 games. I don't think Arsenal will sit down. 18 games.
Maybe to be 4 matches.
Yeah. That's the mention Arsenal. So I think for Liverpool, I don't believe it's a Waji League. Top 4 crowd doesn't even matter. And they believe they are changing the whole setup for him. Yeah, so Luso bit to say Alexander Trent Arnold. It becomes a huge issue for you as to how you can get in a replacement as soon as possible. Now, I don't believe Kekes needs to adapt. Who get Kitikin, one crowd will adapt here. They need players like Florian Wirtz to adapt. They are trying to move on with Mohamed Salah. They are dealing with defensive lapses, which they did not get their first choice centre back in Mark Gay. Yeah, what did they mention? So a whole lot of things has bought time for Ancelot as compared to Ruben Amorim and co. So it is all compare Maresca, Ancelot, Ruben Amorim, Nisa Nyomana, a completely different moment for these 3 coaches. For Maresca, it's about ambition versus another ambition that does not match. Mm-hmm. What did they mention? For Ruben Amorim, it is about underperformance and how inconsistent this team has been. What did they mention? But for Ancelot, he has bought time for himself with winning the league title. Despite no matter how the inconsistencies of Liverpool is, Omudi Tumye said they are in a rebuilding process. Liverpool, who is a club team, no, and they time on the G League. They need to do a new one. That is how it is. For Ruben Amorim, they tell you not make a say Man United ache, nkumu ache. Say also mutimi jane kwa no. Nini kwa so mo twen man be di nkumu we. Ansa na o masake no no. Ejina say, yaw. Losing to Grimsby. Auto to 15th. You see, we are Manchester United manager. There are certain things that should sack you. Auto to 15th na wasi eja kwan. Beboa. Lose to Grimsby. Yaw. San yo man ni kwan say si. But they be ameka sa asem we say ye won nyoma miensa wa brabo imu ase wo tie me anope na Manchester United fan na fo aso tembe kakra enye ne bone so na mum yaw there is a difference between 1 standards, 2 expectations, 3 reality. TNA, there's a difference between 1 standards, 2 reality, 3 expectations. The reason why I'm talking about these 3 things, because one of the most confused fan bases we are see me no udi nkomo pa ya Manchester United supporters. Yes. In watch a better. Ebi mu gina standards. Ebi mu gina expectations. And ebi mu gina reality. Omo mu gina standards ni day. Omo mu gina standards ni omo mu di 2 years Manchester United club na club ketua was to 15 was to aso. Manchester club na club aye manager kra na aba na was to so 3rd and 4th e was here jejo so kra was here UAD. Man United nya club was to 5 games. Abra win game. Yaw. There be because Ferguson mreso no. Team we nim said ye.
So that is the standard.
That is the standard. A pray for league. Manchester United standard is to always fight for league titles and win the UCL. But ask yourself, how many times have they won it? In terms of the UCL. But they've maintained a certain standard. They do maybe semi-final, final. Yeah, what did they mention as no? That is the standard. And the Premier League, they've won 20 solid times. Yeah, in the Premier League now, what the Man U Liverpool 2, Mamu di omachini na Gabani say, Arsenal 14, Omochi Arsenal 6. That is the standard we are talking about. This is a club that has produced a Ballon d'Or winner, FIFA World Best winner. They've seen top players. Oh yeah, Omutimi G League twice. 1, 2, 3. No one could break about. 1 season per no must have 1, 2, 3. That is the Manchester United standard we are talking about. Ferguson no to me 8 defenders. No, I should be 7. Because that is the standard of the club. Reality is a team way after 2013. Omonte said they no muti any bio. Yeah, that is a reality. After 2013, I forget that team ninte said they any bio. Former na yede. Echo. Because say owners no mudi club na nim see and the decision makers no mudi club na nim. Omo make choices been signings been in your mebia. In terms of even appointing certain coaches bia when say team no. Yow, a bit me meet the standards na ni nim dada. They toss on me the expectations. Yow. Obi to one more team where they also team toss 4th. Team also toss 3rd. Team toss so obia obebi ujina. I don't begrudge anybody who stands in the standards position because or right. Min begrudge obia ujina relative position because or right. And I mean begrudge obia ujina expectation stage because we're right. But yaw, confirm there is one thing that can give all of 3 of them no satisfaction: the right choice and the right approach. The right choice and the right approach. I think when all of these 3 people see the right person coaching the Manchester United team and seeing the right path of these teams, I don't think all 3 of them will be confused. Because one, the other standards, who said the path is clearly going towards the standard. The who reality, who said no, this is the reality of the club, is going right towards the right path. The expectations, like I said, there be. But I'm already come on any baby, Jinani do my na catch us mistake, because they say, how do you appoint a manager mid-season so about 3 back? Did you make the right choice? After 7 manager now no 1 year 4 back. Team was built for counter-attacking. All of these years now from Jose Mourinho Mobani now, unless you haven't watched Manchester United, that is a team that has been built for counter-attacking football. Proper transitional football. Proper transitional football. Nothing has changed. Under Ole, counter-attack. Under Erik ten Hag, counter-attack. Under Ragnick, counter-attack. It started free Brad Jose Mourinho before team no coachy. Because right after Louis van Gaal, a lot of things change about Manchester United when it comes to possessive football. And the Louis van Gaal and man for say too boring. Obekaya. Passing. Then he moved to counter-attack. So 3 managers, Mourinho, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer,
Ten Hag.
Ralf Rangnick, Ten Hag. Ten Hag needed to add and also boycott whatever why asking now because this team a team where more in a counter-attacking team. Proper transitional football. So when you bring in Obi to say Ruben Amorim in the middle of the season said, "Onfa Casemiro no got to move ball possessive football. You are doing harm to yourself and you are doing harm to the coach." Ruben Amorim so per control. Yeah, but now learn to control, sir, and he's not ready to adapt. So the appointment as at that time, so yeah, why a mistake? You know, the emphasis why I'm pointing a mistake in it. So if you want to correct it, what do you do?
And it's all fun started season the crowd. Based on your man, a course of last season.
Very good. So one finance started season now, be man at Nadia and was all yaw. I was at your power market in the other day.
What the man?
Netimima, the person one year day. So one, your fans why first mistake we year the actual. Ineos, why appointing a the BCBI day, as you are fresh. Every supporter is hopeful. Why the second mistake say after 15th, you know, yeah, went to me on your day. Went to me on money ye. And I'm a boy. What in the course summer? Now in the summer, 1 man 4 players. I don't care about the figures when it comes to 350 because our 200 million now can was a 4 players pay. We all know say in this United setup they need more than 4 players.
Club no so am what yes say sikani ho.
Yo, and then American say so you've done one mistake, one, you've done a second mistake, 2, then you move on to the third one. It means it's a sebi simple penny so what now crew man crying and kai can and carry for a day. Okay, so Amorim has been sacked, but I think the problem of Manchester United still has to do with the way Ineos how to manage this club and get the best choices right.
Me at a point I felt Man U creators 2 no kwa AFCON. Amad Diallo, Brian Mbeumo. Man U best struggle. 2 Bruno Fernandes and so the last couple of matches. Omobi. So say club when he plays some way. Samad ekwa AFCON. Mbeumo kwa AFCON. Now results now because there was a sikwa. Can I say a solely manager no abrade on also person na working. Man farmer no.
Yaw asem na no.
Omo betimi epra e wo ho ebia omo so be on no say the city full pray Chelsea dey be so pray na ade but me feel say sign no ye Mbeumo di oba ye hu Mateus Cunha no man of the match on also the call. But the moment as how 2 players be kwa AFCON kwa de so e ma the reason ti ana fa game players from Africa no. But we are not man you agree say Mbeumo ane amado ho no ma anya results no say na nka be kwa na nka o mapam no. Menim say what they make can say
ya mate wase pa
ko bia no quality be never.
So they made the wrong decision at the wrong. Say no kwa meka saka be pam no. What did they mention as no? And everything clearly shows that after 15th then you can say Amorim coach Manchester United be yaw he's out of his depth. Why say the AVB be or Chelsea no. It doesn't mean Ruben Amorim is not a good manager. He is. But I think the Manchester United job came at the wrong time. And opre no ho so kwaji adwuma ne ntem. Ana okoy no so wansa so anya de amwa no ho enhunu se da bi team no ma ho odin ne o se me adapt to say the team na ho odin ye dey. Etie. Ana de ja no kwan. And I think the biggest problem now we are Manchester United now when ibeje ye sakete ha when ije sa. Ye pam wole when ije sa. Ana ye pam Ragnick when ije sa. Ye pam Mourinho when ije sa. Ana ye pam Luis van Gaal when ije sa. Nenso after 1 or 2 seasons be no aside. My biggest issue with Manchester United now is not about Ruben Amorim or Mejano Kwai say uncle. My biggest issue about Ruben Amorim now say yaw why and they be replacing no Kwai be no be fa so be support this coach no and a future net is say at the Manchester United and yes 1-2 seasons minu mi no be sa betina ha ya sa bedim komo biem abe discuss say den ana Ruben Amorim omuja ne kwan a omukofa asomasi ana obentin de ne yeden de ne bae ya me issue no say Fletcher de beba wo because Fletcher na interim ya only gonna be interim we saw the results or by even close to getting to second on the league table and ameboa by out a manager okuta 30 a win percentage for ya na okuta Manchester United coach okuta win percentage 38% 37 ya e form kra e wo fam Amorim once me catch you say adwuma we no a resource based job Man United adwuma no when your resource are you be sacked you be sacked But the broader picture remains is after Louis van Gaal, after David Moyes, I am in person because in the situation, me who say Hokra no man to tell me the first of all the appointment was even wrong. Because Ferguson was David Moyes never show a name. On the crowd, I 2 seasons. 1 season, Ryan Giggs, Ebesomu. But right after him, Man United started with something we call rebuilding, a word which me and the Mekasa we say every single supporter in this world wish for his club say rebuild it. But when it comes to the suffering aspect of it, you're ready for it. Especially when it gets to a point that where results are supposed to be bad. On to us one yet. Because supporters are born to do that. But my key statement to be said, "Penny for what Gary Neville." Any post goes more. Ya Man United problem now. Who don't like a see now? So your old players no mugu actually no. Post goes will be bika. Never will be bika. Me crack a misu suyum crack. Come me and some mum no for team ni more. We assistant. We head coach. We a technical director. Now come managing the kakre bi near hadie. Be mum. Shebre obi ane said they need the CTT. But I think Man United supporters when you are Jene. I agree with you, so you'll be happy that Amorim has been sacked. But me catch also Bunkompoko Echi. She Louis van Gaal after him. She after Ole. She after Ten Hag. She after Mourinho. Who hope set underway mo the people from Bessisana. Yow, I think for Real Madrid, I'm happy for Gonzalo Garcia. Aye. I think if you did them, I know we didn't come about Real Madrid history about the 5 vultures. Another time we'll discuss about it, about the vulture and those things about Real Madrid. Some top 5 players from the academy or mobile, they don't be real senior team led by the Emiliano Betragano. We'll talk about that story sometime on. But I think yesterday, in the absence of a player like Kylian Mbappe and what they did, you need this momentum going into the new year, especially when Barcelona are also winning games, even when they are playing bad.
I say since Barca be lose or Chelsea, lose much. Wow. And Real Madrid will need to keep up with it because as it stands now, Real Madrid might feel that there is also another opportunity in the El Clasico to close the gap. Okay. As I said, Barcelona also look at this one, also another opportunity in the El Clasico to open the gap. Yes. Because we use the other teams beating up by him, so I because a little bit of an upset. But I think yesterday was a mark of what Gonzalo Garcia can offer Real Madrid in the years to come. Sisia they obey inconsistent. Obey share games be, obey call off games be, on share games be. But I think there's a proper striker instinct within that boy. Also manage money playing time be. Yeah, on say tembi amekasa. Mbappe no say Mbappe ne bono wo hye no goals ni we ni bia. Unyi Mbappe ni mfiri mokra na. So one boy ni nyina ball e wo the Club World Cup. MFI. Yeah, me should pass isi ane say supporters penkola ye pe omon tentem so de ombobo dodo. Ebi ni on say they be criticize Manchester United fan base about academy for way but no managing enkoda no we to dey be I was see ehwe ni ye kakra. No matter how talented akola na tie, to dey be nyo bia na or the mentality and you bia na what the mentality obetimi dey abo Real Madrid consistently bia se form no critical cra na obetimi anya vim ni say da bi e was say me to aso no e also grooming akola no kitting a farmer na no aye dey sana Rodrigo ne Vinicius mu no mo ye o so for Gonzalo Garcia he will come in but I think fast forward no for the AFCON yebeko Morocco couple year stories here then we listen to what Mike so my because round of 16 mo aye do e mo aye de pa e mo aye de eno e ka de Tanzania for no bo fu o so mo fu say referee anye no be our host nation well, but that say, Mr. Supremo said, BBI find it.
Namiadum Boko fancy, BBI Boko, Namiadum. BBI 5 pa.
In from fear now, I say, the best establish a contact now in the Micans wedding come from Morocco.
Okay, Tiana, I check you in a fast on Quam and Sombra. Okay. Yeah, Mon Comoca cry. You ever heard now? Yeah, the Gonza Division 1 no problems. Ewo hooliganisms ni ade ewo Ghana league nom enti yebedi nkomo on Park Academy match a course weekend woman FC Ashanti Gold 04 na ntoko isi no let me say Shadak
pictures am hu bi ni pai obi tirim sɛ ɔmo ne den na bɔ ne tirim saa no
enua ne maa ne kyɛsɛ dadeɛ konti baa ne nyinaa
can't we the answer the second suit tirim no
ɔmo jam no papa
division 1
o fancy na nnuama sɛ kɔ so na yɛadwene ho ahu sɛ football no yɛaka de biaa sɛ hooliganism no no sɛ pole egu yɛwie koraa menkaa abusuafoɔ yɛwerɛfi o ɛna ano yɛa ne si o ba yɛwerɛfi ɛno na ɛyɛ ade a ɛha adwene paa yɛhwɛ sɛ nyankopɔn bɛboa yɛ na yɛtumi ayi saa nnuama no ayɛ dɛn ɛfiri nti mɛsɛ yɛkɔ ahoma no so na yɛhwɛ na yɛne park fɔ no atwitwe nkɔmmɔ yɛwie ne ashanti gold fɔ no so ebedi nkɔmɔ ne ahwɛ sɛ nnuama sitie nti fancy ma me nkɔ ahoma no so na me ne abranti yɛfrɛ ne Kakari Bernard ɔno assistant coach at the ma park ɔno na agya yɛbusa ne sɛ deɛ nra nkɔmɔ no esi kɔɛ ne deɛ esi yɛ nyinaa hello Kakari, good morning.
Hello Kapo, morning.
Acho bibi abɔkɔ deɛ
nyame adom bibi abɔkɔ na nso
dom nso mo yɛ paa anɔpɛ deɛ bɔkɔ nso nyɛ bɔkɔ yɛm sɛ wɔn a wɔhwɛ TV ana afei Facebook no yɛhu injury situations bi ɛwɔ TV no so but we know ɛnyɛ on the pitch but yɛm sɛ ɛwie game no ne yɛte sɛ game a mo ne Ashanti Gold 044 ɛbɔɔyɛ no yɛwie ne yɛte sɛ match officials ana afei players bi mutimi ɛyɛ sɛ ɔmo players no bi ana mo supporters no bi ɛti wɔn so atua ɛma saa injuries we ba yɛbɛsi yɛn ho no kure wɔm mobile game no wie den ne si yɛ ma saa nneɛma we si a allegedly yɛte sɛ mo nkɔfo bi ɛdi dem si ɛdi as good for them.
Well, first of all, madam say couple amateur for 88 Wontumi FM ne wɔn mo hwɛ Wontumi TV across the globe. No question after our 40 game no. Game there, and the BBSC, the ball game in the entire duration. So, right after the game, section of the agitated fans and also Mana, then Timon was to officiate a call. So, we started throwing objects. All the fans, section of the fans now. Object now, no more to call officiating officials now. They think that it was an offside goal. And no more I go for no, they needed victory, no. A buyer. The objects now no more true, no. Or more no. They were training towards official. Now we have this movie called Center AFCON. But I go for the right after the whistle, no. I don't know. Almost try to almost Ghanaians, almost bench what the AFCON. The girls will be about Mohamed Karen Arena. The away bench, no, is closer to our tunnel, dressing tunnel. Into the entire players there, they were running. The stones now are 30 banner, and I hate some of the AFCON people and other officials and one there. Those are your coach, Kamara Jimmy, and a cameraman and one player. But it wasn't here to AFCON fans, they say AFCON players, no, because fans your man for fans, AFCON players, no officials, the buy say, Park Academy team now air quarter come after the blast of the whistle. Officiating officials, no, with what they said, even the referee, they were running to far corner of the park, and a police for try some cover up a moment. So, objects are section of the fans, air to know. A big and a hit, Kamara Guinea as good. People know Munya engine when they were running through the tunnel. And those things, they brought back the videos and the pictures are circulating. Fine. Some are Kamara didn't talk from them. There wasn't an immediate attention because none of the explanation now together with the police and cover there. Where is no? So by the time I do me, I'm the eyes go see you. Alaji Kundi, it's free. Park, let's go dressing. Any players in here, then number 10 get to the goalkeeper. Me and my match of me now called dressing or attack fans. They should stop what they are doing. The video that is circulating, it seems that the attack from though the blood that they see at the dressing room, some they begin. If we your toy, you know, if we come out, I'm not going to come out. Yes, I know. It is from where he felt. And the idea of mobile team at some nakono. Eda Mujabin and Sunny F. Medical. Even if it was our teammates who went to the aggression to treat and give injection to the cameraman, the player that was even injured. And Sunny F. and Moko hospital got no one child to. And when I team back in your Dr. Kasa, they say Kamara and cameraman, the Daho. I thought a team President Mr. Eric, then our colleague journalist, Scandi of Ofikation, among FPO and Sana issue. And the situation has been escalated and yet sanity.
And yet, say more na intentionally NBA na Ashanti good for na mo tawo minimum a session of fans ni bi na referee ni more than man so many na referees no so no situation to say referees no movie pry and I say no so situation is go
couple but referees ya end ya referees so free wa and then I go go official here. The police did a very good job. Our more extra job prevented them from any supporter laying hands on the referee. In at the point is that the referees was having a banter with home fans and some try some touch referees. Because this particular game now, I don't know the information that went. Normally when you are playing home and about 10 policemen, but at least we have close to 70 policemen on the ground. They said they have an interest in business because last season, when we went to the fight, that time AFCON was called the final. There was a banter, a performance, and the shock, and it seemed near this without rising, they think there will be retaliation this particular year. Because last year, when they came here in the second one, we even printed said and got a flyer, say no to hooliganism, MIF Bourbon in the second leg. But this particular, because they are bent on qualification, people think they are almost qualification. It's time that risk away in Kenya. They allow them to so there was a lot of policemen around. It's a moment referees from the field to the police van and let them without any referee getting injured or being attacked.
I'm say my auntie said na in 70 na mon say hooliganism in Ghana football. I'm say ya preachy say sa enwama ho sem bia ya bo referee ya bo players or pitches so no ya bo de ra nche kra na enua polling so efree mu due to hooliganism say anti from enred numrebe pim de no ma release statement bia mo condemn their supporters ebe ye e wa group amano so abraham hu say enye
right a couple after enry incident on there Ija another teenager Kamara Dini with Kamama Nina and Openo. I was here to meet a modern echo hospital or near share or situation because Yemi Waha as good for officials or more because even the team doctor Bako a part of the supporters now or no hospital or take it none of us here for her. What did the country said the name of Chihuahua and Sunday the report the bar was going to release the bar. You are condemning what has happened. And a player Kushia offensive commander, police commander, on what happened yesterday. So we are taking the necessary steps and Sana and they release the Ababonte. But we don't support hooliganism. In America, say, me, I stood in to stop that thing because we don't support that. We condone that act. But Mama or Mom, we say, it's can say, any yes, I mean, it will be object also. And the Kubo Kamara Dini, and a cameraman, so the mistake he did was that. There is something that I find say anger. Who will come and share supporting stance and the object in the ball and on pride. But and yet the liberty the approach almost addressing what they will be more say the Mujana who say you know only say the output and yet if you will come out with release, but I stand on your airwaves and condemn the act that happened yesterday. But it's not as opposed to they are football attack before ground, And yes, and supporting hooliganism, they are against hooliganism and violence in Ghana football. And even in football in general.
Well, say one my the insight or story trend because obi share video no and share or because it was purely attack and of course but say what clarify am I nano pay but that's honeymoon message out there Park Academy fans free and near Kombeba Stadium abeta team no echino saying and I will see them more because the incident ni see ni dia wa condemn senye.
Right, couple Kaka Meka Chef Park Academy fans and say sometimes football emotion of course so, but when you are being angered, and you can say we are there on do our voting because they say we are not a band venue now that you could be a Canada team and I find that you take a fan when you are a club now already team now. This is you are playing in a tough season and a day. They say a moment did you say here a bit of TNT. There's something from the back party there. Three things in football. Winning short draw. Everything I could do, Marco. That will be about doing everything I could draw. will be into the bar here results where we are now. I'm taking in good faith. No one portray sportsmanship. The main part academy will not be in which respect and I say any tennis. Then the person catch a part for you.
Well, boss, you better say, no, you can say Bernard Kakari and you do Bernard, you ask me, be any of us, so thank you very much. Okay, and no, Bernard, na, you're in a mano, and easy cry. Say, well, what's the question? Say the easy who according to no, she's a yes, sanity. Yebeko Ashanti Gold MC for na so ye 044 no as any says candy so din komo for it wasn't any attack referee no mom na
supporters ne buofu
mu na ho empopoye kakra afra ye can say for
Ashanti 04 players no
yes indeed very sad but yebeko am so na yes, I could do
but you see, couple, no matter what happens in your football, in the way and your city economy, these are things in Division 1. And yet the first time I use the way yeah, weekend we are mate true democracy and the Port City social issues are
and also
surrounding hooliganism and it's on your money in attach it. Dear, what I say in a dibem. Being a dibem,
okay.
Seeing a dibem, baby, I'm a say we've watched along for some of these things to happen for far too long.
Okay.
Fun every last year. Yow, a couple. Supporter, nyame fan currency ye, min kai will be a yow, and the kotoko busiane yow.
Yeah.
Name some of these things, maybe one day. Said you 2 4 20 or wamatiko pa fun ko we maybe at this time around akwa fun
asemu
na akwa referee talk na akwa professional player talk me who picture na me yem shame
how do you ni papa na ni tiri wa paisa
now me ko papa ba me ko di pa ba Oko ebi a wafrefie wakra mo mpae ma me kobobo. Why do we do this?
Kope bibia bedi.
Why? Edi ntina sadi we wo se ekoso.
Very sad.
I'm begging competitions in Penyimfo. Me sre de FE.
Okay.
The tangent of where your league near your city econo. You knew but we are on the right path.
Yeah.
How we deal with some of these things, no, is important for us.
Okay.
See, betima carry on a man for any GD. Away born him.
Yeah.
You're making sure that sanity will prevail because we keep on asking, say, your sponsors, normal way, and no more winking, way are, and the mass sponsors won't community me could have been. We are begging them. But me person me to the side of wow says can the mususu feel from this said matter. I feel we yen tenase masa nyoma we nkoso. Wow deserve say what say can win him, you be can win him. I also would jai so be mo day. Because ye got 2026 and we said ye ni bia ben. Also the Oko stadium a obu afu entokwa na akoko.
Have you?
Mate.
Hello, Saskandi. Hello, Saskandi.
Wow. Hello.
Yes, sir. Good morning, Saskandi. I'm say on Yami enti. Me say try ni biom na. You are see enya omo. Yeah.
In 2026, there is a need for supporters education and sensitization. Especially year 2 or more for near advice you on various things that comes along with alcohol.
Yeah.
Football. It is either you win, it is either you draw or you lose.
Mami kwa mano son samra na I'm here says Candy Abaswa. Hello, says Candy, good morning. Hello. Hello, Sir Scandi. Okay, say still na me who the NT as a me as a Scandi also. Oh yes, you on also the side of the story. Until my mess up push it. Me still I need to push. Say the bear me na ya clarify on the deal. Yeah. Because issue I say there be. Yeah. Nti enu kwan say yeah man happy mami checking we say Scandi about hello Sir Scandi. Okay mami we ba say me face you kakra bi wa ti mami hwe na me nya na yeah yeah
there's something limit to me say I was say man benefit the kind say
yeah
we need to educate your supporters a lot.
As more education,
a lot of education on certain things that happens. This is not to excuse referees of blames when it comes to performances at the end of the day. So more matches are
okay.
Me personally, me will be an advocate here can once say a referees no. Almost subine you may be almost dine this or more games bia ana sebi in this fata.
Yeah, so
because see a real weekend in us but now hand near be discuss. We need to be discussing about the quality of football we during the weekend.
Okay, said them. Hello, Sir Scandi. Good morning.
Hello, Capo. Good morning.
Say we the fache MZ Ahomana Hadrin Kakra. Say Bibi Abokori.
Capo, Yamiadum or what another room, I make say.
Yeah, then Yamiasifa. Where the MZ mo ya adwuma mo bona no worship says Scandi of take and the twetwe nkomo no e da ono anesa edi ne dwuma de ma FC Ashanti Gold 04 na boss eno anope awie nkomo aye di ne concerning game against Park Academy say ye hu videos ne pictures circulate on coach and mu photographer say o mu chinwa paya moja tata yadin koma kakra from Park Academy yebesi ehum mo so the frame aso ye dey ba deliberate and I say sign incident in crisis ye sikoye ewo ho enra
wo kapo mamenda wase na obi a wuti na wo hwe Wontumi sadly bi anso no mentia no na me fa fisher passion ko free FC Ashanti Gold ase emfama mo no colleagues amo studio nyina akomianka ho wonti aye na say obi a waka wo hwe bi anso no nyame ensure na o man ahoden a ebetimi ya nanti afi mu asa de ra afi fofu na concerning any incident I can was no a very unfortunate incident in the sea and I idea that the football be drew we assisi no any Ghana ha and sen kasa de timisi say ye be stadium be wi ni akobobo ni ebepi na mujasem esa kan hu bi titiriu men kai kotokofo ni abusuafo ya ode di see ye e wonsu atra ye ni apoli free mu nechi no I'm sure say and Sesenka supporters it may go to that extent, you know.
Yeah.
But Akosisa, Nina say and match day 14, I was zone 2, division 1 now. Let's say FC Ashanti Gold, you took one near call offense when Park Academy Kusia County. The normal match day preparations and routines in IFM. Echo could do pre-match technical meeting, you know. Time showing am I in Aquarius Stadium so acquire your warm-up sessions 3 o'clock referee no start game no meet me say there were not too many signs I be say clear say DC and a bit messy enti mem pese media to say Trimopano be about the free fieba say sadia no na wo ba be ye de me nim di ba dwene mu de but sa na me metimi aka no
okay
me kodru ho me together with me CEO na LCS na say but some few supporters they are not monti o mo ho ase ba bia na say say tenente no so park da opposite the VIP section na dressing room no was a basic school, a buying school be. That is the center line. So stand no na me ko gina ya me ni see we fair match 90 minutes ni nyina. And there were that kind of intermittent disruptions kakra supporters edu baby and su to kakra and sa nyama na course so was stadium no. We felt that some of those decisions that supporters be arguing and the referee DM and more reacted to it. And the entire game meaning now, Ubusamia, later I will give my fair assessment of it. Nami did say in line with said EAC Bobon and said supporters Nankasano were divided. Titu Park Academy supporters and Nami Midino Bono. There were incidents refugee na komanya ebi mo bonyo so. There were incidents here jena say omu die mpo a omu bitimi ka say refugee die. I was there and for the sake of adwuma ameye any mumu radio ikakraka TV ikakraka me nyina so ntwampro. Let me give you one instance. There was an instance that a defender from your side attempted to clear ball or boy and a ball inside. And there were shouts or cries from the stands. But there were these three supporters behind me. Oba can be. May assure say you obey next new oba over here born be.
Okay.
Or more explanation was that Debbie, way there. Senior Igna supporter pack by radio born and Brana Sisa from Ono 9 to Nensa. It's way there, Brana Sisa and your foul. That is the conviction I have said. And your supporters in Nan and what Agena. So around 85th minute, the only goal I settle game through Raphael and Kama. And after the goal, there were some kind of similar tensions within the supporters, but the technical team of Park Academy were so resolute, called the players of Momrano Passable Moncobon as a go. And after the game, again, what wako stadium what the piano benches name no VIP name pair and couple between South Stand and supporters ni guso or VIP ono any bench no menya sort of 3 meters could be do and also if we bench no so over form winning pair and we wrap tunnel na say dressing room. So after a sound on the final whistle. Baby, I made a very far away from dressing room, opposite to dressing room, and you need to pitch to get to the other side. That's all for pull back where you come and walk with you.
Yeah.
So together with me, see you. Let's see a far one. Make and say immediately after the vessel, said the supporters national agitated for sono. Yeah, fast, you move it out of the stadium. The rest in the ball vessel now, the only thing I saw and I said, when the supporters maybe. In your point, I say in a perimeter, no more him. My memo divisional commander of Ghana Police, offense Wabaso. In fact, Enra Division 1 game, but we counted more than 40 policemen.
Wow.
And the kind of restraints, said we see team ball referees no by ball, you team no by making sure that Obi and Fanensa and Kai place maybe. Obi and Fanensa and referees they mean who because I was still moving towards the dressing room. I saw such a more protected referees.
Okay.
I got to the dressing room door and may ask the policeman or some person me right inside. In the red dressing room, that was when I saw blood, mujapa, or dressing room. And then my coach, I have friend Kamaradini, or no, Nitina Pampem, Yankasa by a P.
Okay.
Mujapa need to, and then our photographer also could come with just tell pictures. Also was attacked. And then one player, I friend Daniel Ura Akufu, also Mensa, also Nensa Epaye. And then Alaji Kundi, I don't know your head of operations at the my also know receive some slaps and then some blows be and on the body in tea. Quickly I moved into the ambulance service for them. So mobile here says some minor first aid be or no say advice about some Russian than a course. So they took him away. But any maybe see your park, and so let me say it. And I said, at a point when the anger was turned from the referees to Yenye team, no, and my coach, any cameraman, any one player, a player, operations manager, and so sustaining some slaps, and then when you say players, you're more.
Yeah.
So there were players from Park Academia, or more friends, our Yenye team, no, and I'm very happy to say some Park Academy players saw what was boiling up in tea. My players need be shared just to get access to the crowd now. Hong Kong.
Yeah.
Let me commend the technical team of Park Academy. Any players now, take his side decision and say, say, the players need to be rather more about be and come. And I can tell you, say, apart from player now, we need injury, no. There is no other player. One man report say Obiden Hokano and Obiden Zakano. To the Ghana Police Service, together with management and technical team members of PACAC. In fact, they acted professionally. You could do hospital, St. Patrick Hospital, offense around 5:20. By 6:15 thereabouts, I saw staff of Park Academy for almost about one. And you know, hospital, any doctors know, the combined nurses now could see 9:47. But they are now could do now, Coach Kamaradin in nephew, Mukaila, or no, photographer and injuries, you know. Now, doctors now, Cassagisi Jomo. The side two staff on the Jomo Honra, and then many doctors Nakasa, many Coach Kamaradini Akasa around 2 a.m. and Wontumi Steche Litin Iwie. But he's still under monitoring. And I'm saying, many cats was in an issue, a brain kakra. And say injections be a more worn and son or more stitches and the amount in Wymre. Tiomuminu, and that's so often, so as I speak with you. And one Agogo from Park Academy.
Okay.
And from the Minu, and he was the one leading them. He was fantastic throughout this whole process, you know. And this morning, before you called me, our team nurse, Yafane Pressler, few minutes ago, she called me and also hospital her, no be coaching chain, and even on her phone, I was able to reach out to me coach her. Meaning didn't come on. A very unfortunate thing and certain case in this year, but I think that after the extent of damage and an injury, you know, whoever did it, and now after seeing pictures and videos, I think there were remorse. I'm saying even say go to that extent, but that is what I can say from the end. We are not too happy about it, but the only thing we can say is that we only hope say the Nyankopon shall see recover a better so. Now back to a full strength, no matter how much.
Well, I'm saying, and somebody they were born in a tough idea, from the beginning to the end. The medal, the Umbian way, and me say, baby, I do need the Ghana Football Association for no, and I do more time to the discipline committee on national actions be as well take against the CAB and on taking Jesus kind of thank you very much. I mean, say developing story be baby from way angle we as we did the last person. From the first to the last person, will be involved with Biano as a team a punishment. They said a Ghana football sanity, and so a BMT say, you ever that say, repent be any of us about Comias or Chiapa.
Said the Oka said developing stories at Babano, over person Abecano. Sani, as you are sharing, was a development and agency in Orabitua.
Okay.
You have to be that.
Yàtò fàyè de bẹ́ẹ̀ bá na yẹ mo tech fọ so yẹ ma mo yà akọ paa sẹ́mu àtọ́ mo ṣe mo nkafra ayi.
Yẹ da se yẹ kọ́ ni yẹ mi sọ pa.
So thank you very much. You know, a senior man no says Candy. Yes.
He's one of the best.
Very humble. Hey, humble soul. Seriously,
very intelligent. Too.
Oh yeah.
Very intelligent.
Says Candy who no part they will sit here.
He's one of the analysts or to Kasana Utina. You are listening to so much wisdom.
Easy.
So much clarity and intelligence.
So I admire the side of Omunso story, no. Yeah, the him say from the beginning we all thought like aggression be as a supporters, no. Omo planning. Senkombe
but e bi pack and penny for so
share. But what you pack for na omo no condemn acts no. It wasn't intentionally say omoni Ashanti Gold.
Na referee ni performance. And e bi ho popoye.
Ekofa wum ho. And says can you watch as a ono ni trim po or game no ne said we see gibon e chiache no once unsusu say omo sheda say ombedi omo boni na bibisa
na emum e bibi na kofa ba
trigger e by so the referee's performance and so say so
kapu that means utie Ashanti Gold 044 now it is towards one direction the referee
yeah
utie Park Academy it is towards one direction referee sound komo we ye dear and the reason why these things persist any kapo na me pese e din komo ni ye pa
okay
the reason why these things persist is one heads of various teams any supporters leaders of various teams
okay
and take fan education very seriously
okay
and punishment fan education and punishment omun taking it serious. I'm not saying you don't do it but how consistent now what did they mention as in terms of educating the fans each and every time about kwani the way also more fast
more handle game when there is pressure and there is even a mistake from somebody and a couple and ya hankwani yehunu mistakes ahodo the Premier League no crebi Anthony Taylor money Michael Oliver they even do worse mistakes and yeah no crepa
omukra no more the benefit of VAR they do worse mistakes which determine certain results be a oyem kra be hyew uti TV achia but the issue is the same person now what TV achi na all hesa ball no say nei say uyi ni free ha the same stadium e wo fin so and ni kopiem wo England no e Chelsea ni editia na ontimi ntinsi park so ana onto akonya edi ntia
discipline
that is it. So our supporters heads and clubs leaders should be able to create a certain environment that will not condone to certain things. And I'm not meant for a park in see what I may describe a park. Name in Koma me dini abroad in Koma affected Ghana football. And yane na didn't watch it. Because me no think Koma I set an example said there is Port City through democracy. Issues are kwakosi.
Chinanso yabako. And also
Sento kwasi wa park next year we've seen some before. AC Milan other supporters beat me ko share or actually pub bi
no mu twaso
no my o made but on the field of play stadium na you see a kind of there has been so many things that has been happening that is totally unacceptable if you want to grow Ghana football and the final how the education towards these particular supporters in the city Tabo they know the people who do such things
go for no man fish you out
what in so when you punish the person it stays
and this answer a club no so far
because about you we no kwaya club ni be yi wapie
nobody be court
it doesn't matter so you supporters trust member na utua £100 and utua £200 a month you be yi wapie you pay do be court e do court we so abetua fine I remember somebody threw something at Tibu Courtois during Atletico Madrid and Real Madrid game bi omo you support ani PA there were certain words that was whispered against Couple, there were certain words that were whispered against Thibaut Courtois. There were certain words that were whispered against Thibaut Courtois. Then you would understand, say, in a Michael na yes from Morocco.
BBI fine
ya connecting the referee one. It made the mount na we're taking it from there. Because baby I see and me hit na make kakono. Se ma anya word amfa mama Antonio maybe asia yenti asia. So couple you so you look at it and you fully understand the context of this discussion you are making when it comes to funds, education and punishment. See ye church ro mu ye mo tenyo maybe ase Emma couple ye push your mama nyoma timi to akwamu ya me sure say sa nyoma kitinkiti we ni na aso betwa. No. The education we need to place upon this particular. We need to place emphasis on it.
Stadium hooliganism.
Debbie. And the punishment will need to be adhered.
Charlie, it's serious though. These things we need to address.
And the punishment we need to be adhered.
Because said yeah canon as agro. Agro say ya na pie obi ti or stadium. Yedi we at the end of the day na akofa asema yeden aba. Yetna ho ama pole de ekokusi court cry enza yeden enka ho asem. Yendi say yetna ho say ya 2026 aven yesi yenko ba bia na say ya na yesa de akwa fam na akofa asema aba.
And that is where mostly we get it wrong. Inti couple to some free baby na megina no. It is a fun education. Not what the punishment can want. All of these things, and all set people like we use people as an example.
Of course.
Inti nipa ni di bone na no aka and say wo ho aso tue
yes.
On sabeka. Wo di bone no say na besi, say na ba koduru. Inti wo so ya we. Ni awia eduma ni di wa na edu. Yem pa cho pa bia. Ni akoso ni atwaso de
Mate
couple. Yes. The Moroccan burger.
Oh yes, monkomo.
The Moroccan. Me na mini ana no. The Moroccan burger.
Manache.
As I bodu mechia o.
Yeah, bonjour monsieur, ça va?
Oh, ça va très bien, merci et vous?
OK, yeah, je suis bien.
We're French now, now.
Oh, make French now.
Now, Mike, you have to change common in 10 terms. So now Morocco to say.
Well, Morocco has been beautiful right from the get-go. The first day I'm there by the best sea and they Cafe. They have been an exciting experience. It has been an exciting experience. The people wonderful, the place lovely, and definitely the football as well. As I said, the thrills of a premium football competition. This is definitely Africa's flagship tournament, and Morocco has actually lived the word in its essence. Or more actually, clearly, if the World Cup is to come in 2030, they are ready to welcome it. Maybe they will need to work on some one or two. But that aside, Kasa and Prim 2025, 2026, definitely. Morocco has proven not just to Africans, but the rest of the world that they are ready for not just the AFCON, a bigger competition.
Okay, me who say Ultra and say me say Ghana new tournament one yeah. So how are you coping without Ghana being in the tournament? And how has it been? My nyoma me and Sabone tofa my was within the period I could do here. Now we expect
from Tangier or Rabat.
Okay. So Mike movie from and I think with their from city to city and with their train need the way and Nyoma city tier. And Nyoma Kosopa because they tell me more interest in AFCON only they see within the next few days, you know. How this AFCON actually say underdog story behind MP mu den.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And what are these teams doing right? Because Metro BB say it is because the stadium and the pitches and the atmosphere looks like Europe.
Okay.
It's in most of the big boys, you know, we see a kind of big nations, you know, are more adapted to the environment easily, and they are giving their best.
Wow.
But then they no cross so should be to say Victor Osimhen, should be to say Brahim Diaz. You look at these boys, the big boys have stepped up. Share Mustafa Mohamed, share Mohamed Salah.
Yeah.
It's most of these boys now. And you may pick the Maomo, and I think say I would love to get us a board back on it on the trail in terms of Menyoma was how what to look up to.
Okay.
Because I'm sure Ghanaians are looking forward.
Of course, that one.
DNBC within the next few games. When you interest will game back mu. Baku kugu and Ryan J pa. Bafana for Kofi. They say I try. Omo they say easy omo. Mate.
Hello.
Yeah,
Iti Michael Bonatofa my nyoma miensa tournament you call the ACA the wasua ana the die nim the na hwe nim matches na wakwa the results that we should expect.
Well, I was speaking to the cultural and traditional preservation of our unique identity. The way you're Ghanaian, you've been a dance like that's why you're Ghanaian. We must not lose that. And it's something with the Moroccan people. They've not thrown away their identity just to copy a certain European lifestyle or culture. If they do, they'll make sure their language is prominent, although they speak French, but Arabic dominates too. And yes, but they also understand that they need to promote more kasa. You get it? I think we want to overdo how they do stuff. But you don't see it here. And it's something that we need to learn. If I'm not able to cry still, two, in Miami or Moody, almost every restaurant you go to, they are serving you some tasty Moroccan dishes. They are making sure that if it is about tourism and they are promoting our country, food must be a part of it. But it also gets to the point where, and they need those new way to take you over, Ghanaians to join. Then we've thrown away Ampesi. You can have a Ghanaian board later, you say, oh, maybe I'm in Ampesi, and in Pet Banku. You get it? So I think we need to embrace who we are, not treat it with disdain. And that is one major thing I've learned here. Aside of football, yes, I came from football, but that eye-opening experience me enough to tell me that Ghanaians a lot that we are not doing right. And we need to start embracing who we are and not try to copy who we are not. That is the major thing. That aside, I think the infrastructure, basically in common way, we know how I didn't waste still time. Because clearly before I even came here, another conclusion is that Morocco is sporting infrastructure and even any other thing. Background who a mass sports tournament, say a demon or more through the this year. They are like a typical European nation or more transport services. The train within the city there is tram, which is a little train and no roaming through the city. There is also taxi or more two versions. The only friend of trust and almost a grand taxi and cars me and I are very super comfortable, very safe and convenient to traveling. Train, you take the journey from Rabat to Fes, and can normally Fajana Kwaya, and can be trained a year Kumasi to Tamale. But it will take me no less than 5 hours to get to Fes. Maybe I met Sanswaba, Meko Tangier, from Rabat to Tangier, made the bus, Meko, find that so, and they are fast layers, as they are carbon obeying so. A quite must move, then there was traffic congestion. You get it. Then maybe I made a speed train by. Medeba second, Tangier, the best railway. Speed train was taking 1 hour and some 15 minutes. I was back in Rabat from Tangier. The bedroom France and Tunisia of Nemali or Mopo on Martin. So traveling ain't difficult. It was kind of a fast plane to and enjoy the luxury. You can enjoy it. You see, I think there's something that we need to embrace. And yeah, paying a week to find people AFCON crime. Not take you 7 hours. These things are some of the eye-opening experiences I've had. Then the football has been brilliant. Stadium be out the Kobiano. You keep asking yourself, next way there, Papa say baby, I'm a call first because I was in Casablanca. When I'm in Casablanca, the ABN normal. Maybe Rabat. It was an eye-opening. Rabat and Kwan were close to 4 stadiums. And you know, to me, was Olympic.
Oh, we have enough time because a proper case was on the table.
Of course.
Yentimi Shema, Asante Memu has 2 teams. Park Academy, Asante Gold 04. Issue for Franco Piemu Femfimo. But I think, sir, we've been able to ascertain the fact of the matter.
Sure.
Say, referee no, Jinam Finfino. Any a session of the supporters. A session. Not all.
Sebi supporters.
Sebi Mensa for na mu no. Hey, Debi Mensa for mu fancheme. Sebi aswodin abodin for na mu wom no. Ha.
Whoa, young fancy. Easy ba, na easy abetuaso.
Easy.
Sure.
Easy has been with us from 2025 to 2026.
No, 2027.
The consistency is mind blowing. Mind blowing.
Some of my agents say, "Oh, working environment, be no more acceptable. You feel comfortable. Because they be on boss because why wouldn't me all the time? Yeah, the guys are super.
Easy.
The sports guys are international.
Easy. Official.